to extend an act of kindness when they provide over 100 Braille machines to the Salvation Army School for the Blind. Tune in to Cliff Hughes Online from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. as we broadcast live from the Salvation Army School for the Blind. We will cover this act of stewardship and warm your hearts as we interact with persons on the ground. That's a live broadcast during Cliff Hughes Online on Friday, February 9 from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. only on Nationwide 90 FM, the new revolution in media. This broadcast is brought to you by the Digicel Foundation.
You're inside the Consumer Hour with Nora Gay Banton.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. You are here inside the Consumer Hour on Nationwide 90 FM. It's Friday, TGIF. It's the weekend. We made it to the end of the work week. We're still alive and well, and for that we give God thanks. Good morning, good morning, good morning to you if you're listening on the 90 FM band, 90.3, 90.5, 90.7, and 90.9. Thank you so much for joining us on your radio. If you are listening and watching on our YouTube channel, good morning to you. Remember, we are on our backup page, Nationwide 90 FM Live. That's the channel. Put that in the search bar and you should find the channel there. It's Nationwide 90 FM Live. If you're listening on our mobile app, which is available for free on the Google Play and the Apple App Store, good morning to you. And those on our website, the Listen Now option there, good morning to you as well. All right, it's Friday. And guess who's back in the house? It's JPS Cares.
The hour between 9 and 10 is brought to you by JPS, powering what matters.
You can do business with JPS from anywhere in the world. With the My JPS mobile app, you can take control of your energy. If you have a smart meter, you can track your energy usage hourly, daily, weekly, and monthly. Stay on top of your usage and make smarter energy decisions. You can also set your budget for the month and skip guesswork. Set it and forget it. No more surprises, no more unexpected bills. Download the My JPS mobile app in the App Store today and do business with JPS your way.
All right. And inside JPS Cares this morning, before I jump into that, we are not in studio, obviously, if you're watching on our YouTube channel, and if you're hearing, you may be able to tell also, but we are outside this morning. We are at the Salvation Army School for the Blind, and we are here for the official handover of Braille machines to the school. It's Dr. Terry Carell Reid in collaboration with Digicel Foundation. They're here to hand over some well-needed Braille machines to the school. And JPS is here on dual duty today because JPS is here for JPS Cares for Nationwide Consumer Hour. And they're here also because they also participated in this venture and they assisted with the donation. And so they're here for both reasons. But inside JPS Cares, we have our regular, Ruth Lynn Johnson. She is on the phone. But on the road with me, here on location, I have the Media and Public Relations Manager at JPS, Miss Audrey Williams.
Hi.
First time meeting her. She's here. Nice to meet you, Audrey.
Surprise.
And Audrey's here with goodies and stuff, so I'm going to allow you to go right ahead.
Okay, so I know Ruth is waiting on the line, and I am really just sponging off a little of her time. I am the pre-Valentine fairy.
Ooh.
So Because we know we're not going to see you on Valentine's Day.
Right.
And we didn't want to wait until
yes,
after. It's like,
it's gone already.
So
right?
I was like, I must run through.
Before.
Yes. Mm-hmm. So I have for you a present. A little present just to keep things sweet.
Thank you.
Wishing you love and light, pun intended, from JPS. And you know, because we know it's not you one, make it happen.
Yes.
This is also
Compass,
for Jermaine.
Yes.
Compass. This is also for
Jamal.
I nearly call him Raoul. Jamal.
Or videographer. We get nice things, guys.
And you know, for those who love flowers.
Wow.
Yeah.
Watch Rose.
So up rose.
Yeah.
That's how
Yeah.
we showing
Yeah,
a little
big up
love
JPS.
today.
Big up
Yes.
JPS. Thank you so much.
I am running away again because
You're
I'm
gone.
gonna go to some other places.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
And
just
hand out
doing
some
that.
more goodies?
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah,
Love
because
that,
it's
love
all
that.
about the love. Mwah, mwah. So, hi and bye to all
All
our
right.
listeners. Don't worry yourself. Ruthlin is standing by to just give you all that wonderful information and to
Yes.
take your calls and to help you out because that's what we do.
All right.
Have
Thank you so
yourself-
much.
You are so welcome. Have yourself a wonderful day.
You
and a
too.
happy Valentine's Day when it
When
comes.
it comes. Next week, Wednesday, is
Next
it?
week, Wednesday.
Yes, yes.
Alrighty.
All right.
Nice
you
meeting
take
you in
care.
the flesh.
Nice to meet you too.
Alrighty, take
All
care.
right. Yeah,
Bye-bye.
man. Okay, so we're going to take a quick break, and then we come back with Ruthlyn Johnson on the line.
Hi there. Here's some good news for these trying times. Quote, "By God's word, I can see where I'm going. They throw a beam of light on my dark path." Unquote. Psalm 119, verse 105. Listen for God's word weekdays at 5:45 a.m. and 12:55 p.m. through
Oasis. Stop by for a refreshing drink and share a God perspective for the day.
Oasis. Weekdays 5:45 a.m. and 12:55 p.m. right here on Nationwide, a revolution in media.
The rebroadcast of The Oasis can be heard weekdays at 5:45 a.m.
The Oasis is brought to you by Solar Tech Jamaica. We use the gift of the sun to power our world.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. You are back here inside the Consumer Hour on Nationwide 90 FM. I am Nora Gay Banton, and remember, we are live on location at the Salvation Army School for the Blind, and we're here for the official handover of Braille machines to the school, and that is being done by Dr. Terry Carell Reed in collaboration with Digicel Foundation. So later on, you'll hear much more about that. You'll hear much more about the school and this wonderful donation. But in the meantime, it's JPS Cares, and we have JPS's Customer Service Area Manager for the East, Ruthlyn Johnson. Good morning, Ruthlyn.
Good morning, Nora. Listen, I want to be out there with you guys.
You should be. Come on over. But yes, we felt the love just now from Audrey.
Yes,
so we
Audrey is
appreciate
on
the
the
little
road.
goodies.
Cupid is out there. Miss Cupid.
Yes, and she's gone.
Yes.
But for JPS Cares today, it's something that we usually talk about, and it's something that I lament from time to time: customer service and improving customer service delivery for your customers on each and every time, to just ensure that the service is at its best. And JPS is seeking to do that through the self-help features that they have provided when you call. And so you're going to tell me much more about that, how it has improved, the options that are now available.
All right. So you know that in the season of love, right, we have to share with our customers all the things that we do because we love them. I know sometimes our customers don't think we love them because of the issues that may arise, but just like with every relationship, right, Nora, there are bad patches, and we just need to work through them and come out on the other side better. So we're always trying to improve our services, and this is something that I've actually spoken about before, but it's always good to reiterate because sometimes customers don't remember, or maybe at that point in time, the customer who is listening now was not listening then, and so we want everybody to get the information. So we have to keep talking about it what we're talking about this morning is the
Right.
upgraded interactive voice response telephone self-help, which is, sometimes you might hear people talk about the IVR that a company has, which is the interactive voice response. Is just the acronym for the interactive voice response, IVR, or telephone self-help. What it means is that you are able to call our numbers, and I put the numbers out there right now, 888-225-5577. I repeat that, 888-225-5577. That is if you have a flow phone, flow landline. Then
Right.
for persons with Digicel phones, it's 888-935. The only change in there is the 935. Then it goes on to 5577 again. And that is for Digicel. And you get, for the Flow one, it's completely free if you're calling from a landline. For the Digicel one, it's a reduced cost for you calling from your cell phone. So when you call those
Okay.
numbers, right? You call those numbers. What we're trying to get our customers to understand now is that you don't have to wait on somebody to talk with you. Because if we have your account number, your phone number, if we have your phone number on our system, the system is smart, you know all about AI, you know. The system is now smart enough to pick up the phone number that is calling, match that phone number with your account, and it immediately is able to give you information without you having to do anything. It can give you your bill balance. Immediately it starts telling you what your bill balance is on your account. It can tell you the due date, when that balance is due. It will also tell you if it's overdue. It is going to you're now able to get information on a reconnection, because it will tell you if you're disconnected. And then it's going to tell you how to get reconnected, meaning you will need to pay X amount of money because maybe there's a balance of $10,000 on your account, but really and truly, 4,000 of it is not yet due because a new bill came and caught the old bill. So it will let you know that the 6,000 is what is outstanding, and that to be reconnected, you need to pay that $6,000. It can also give you outage information. So if when you dial with your phone number and the system recognizes that phone number that you have, it is going to quickly tell you if there's an outage that involves your area or the area that is related to that phone number and that account. It's going to immediately tell you that at this point in time, we recognize that you have an outage in your area, and then it will be able to tell you, if there's an estimated restoration time, like, for example, if it's a maintenance outage that has a start time and an end time, it can tell you that information. If it's one of those that has just happened, like maybe a car accident that knocked down a pole, it won't be able to give you an estimated restoration time because we won't know what time that is. But if it's a standard maintenance outage, it will be able to give you the time. So just by calling in with your phone number, once we have that phone number attached to your account, then it means you can get all this kind of information without you even doing anything. Bill balances, due dates, reconnection information, and outage information. 4 types of information that you can get right there up front, just like that. So what does that mean, though,
Awesome.
Nora? In order for
Hold
you to
on,
get this
Ruthie.
kind of wonderful service, what does that mean?
Before
means-
we go to what it means, we are going to take a quick commercial
We have a break already?
and
Okay.
then yes. We took a quick break to allow Audrey to leave, but this is a real commercial break now. So we're gonna go
Okay.
to that break, and then when we come back, we'll hear what it means. And I want to get some more information from you as it relates to the outages and the reconnection time, the outages that you can get from this calling system after the break.
You can do business with JPS from anywhere in the world. With the My JPS mobile app, you can take control of your energy. If you have a smart meter, you can track your energy usage hourly, daily, weekly, and monthly. Stay on top of your usage and make smarter energy decisions. You can also set your budget for the month and skip guesswork. Set it and forget it. No more surprises, no more unexpected bills. Download the My JPS mobile app in the App Store today and do business with JPS your way.
If it's important to you,
it's important to us.
Let Nationwide 90 FM be your first choice for your live broadcast.
We'll drive traffic to your company, increase your publicity, and work with your budget.
Reach your target audience with high-quality audio both on air and online.
Nationwide 90 FM should be the driving force to execute your live broadcast.
Contact our sales team today at 630-1210 or 630-1216.
Nationwide 90 FM live broadcasts, covering your events and reaching your target audience.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. You're back here inside the Consumer Hour on Nationwide 90 FM. I'm Nora Gay Banton. It's JPS Cares this morning, and we are joined by JPS's Customer Service Area Manager for the East, Ruthlyn Johnson, and she's telling us about the personalized features available to customers when they call JPS. The numbers for Flow 888-225-5577 and for Digicel 888-935-5577. And we were told that when you call the number when you call JPS from a number that's attached to an account, it can give you the bill balances, it can give you due dates, it can give you details for reconnection if you are disconnected because of owing or anything like that. It can tell you how much you need to pay to be reconnected, and it can tell you about outages. And Ruthlyn quickly clarified that, if it's a recent one, if it's something that happened with an accident or it's unplanned, then it may not be able to give you that information. But for those that are planned outages by JPS, then they will be able to give you information regarding the outages. Ruthlyn, when you're telling me that I will get accurate information, so JPS is going to tell me on the phone that yes, my electricity will return on Friday at 5 p.m. and that is so.
So, I know you're trying to box me into the corner right there, Nora.
I am not. Listen
to how this works. Maintenance outages have specific times.
Right.
So we will advertise an outage for 9 o'clock to 5 o'clock. That's the most outages, planned outages, fall within that time frame. You might have some outliers at 8 to 4 or 8 to 6. You might have some that are a little bit longer and some that are a little bit shorter, but the average time is 9 to 5. What it means is that the team that is going out there to work is aware of that commitment that we've made to our customers. Now, it is the onus is on them to get that job done within that time frame. Try not to let it go over 5 o'clock. If they recognize, because life is dynamic, something happens, it may be the weather conditions that might impact the work that they're doing, and they recognize that, we're going to end up beyond 5. It is their responsibility to get that information to the relevant persons, including the communication team, so that we can tell our customers that the outage is going to run a little bit longer than planned, and so it's going to end at 6 o'clock instead of 5 o'clock. And then that information will be updated on our IVR system so that the person who calls in will also get that information. So it only means that something has happened, something outside of the regular work that we would have scoped and know that we can get this done within X time. It means that something else has happened and that would have caused us to go beyond that time. For the most part, we get them done within the time that we have said, and sometimes we try to finish earlier than possible so that, because nobody likes an outage. We know that our customers are inconvenienced when they don't have power. So if we can get it done before the time, then that will also be done. And sometimes also, if we realize that we're going to have to go beyond the time to complete it, we might work to a particular time, end it, and then do another outage to complete the job. But what our customers need to remember is that outages are important, maintenance outages are important, because we must maintain the system to ensure that it operates at optimum to give you the best quality in terms of your power supply.
And for this system, this self-help system through the phone lines to work, Ruthlyn,
Yeah.
the phone number must be connected to your account. Now,
Right. So
someone
that's
in our
what.
YouTube chat is asking, what if I don't have that number anymore? The number changed. That number is not
Beautiful
working. What
question.
do I do to
Because that's
connect?
where I was going to go when I said, what
Good.
does that mean? What
Uh-huh.
all of this means that I just explained is that we must have your most current number. A
Right.
lot of customers, they lose their phone, stuff happens, your phone is no longer working. You now have a new phone. We need to have that new number. So it means you need to call our customer care center, that same 888-225-5577 number. You call that number and you ask for your number to be updated on your account. Or you can, if you're passing by a JPS office, you can stop by and just ask us to update your account. Or you can send an email to callJPS@jpsco.com. Or you can talk to us on one of our social media platforms, our handle my JPS online, and just tell us, I would like to update my account. We also have web chat where you can talk with our rep. Go on our website and then talk to our rep live. Tell them you want to update. Anyway, if you know somebody who works at JPS, you say to them, can you please just get somebody there to update my account with this phone number? Give them the account number, give them the phone number. We need the current phone number so that when you dial, you can get all this information without having to do anything.
And Ruth Lane, to change this phone number is a simple process, right? I don't have
Simple-
to come with
simple
a
process.
passport picture signed by a JP,
No, you don't have to.
birth certificate. No, just come and tell you that I want to change the number on my account.
All you need
I'm
to
sure
be able to say is you need to have
To
the
ver-
account number.
Right.
You need to be able to say, this is the account, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
And
I
I'm sure
want,
you'll ask some security questions to ensure that it's
because
actually my account.
data protection is now in place, so yes, we need to ask one or
Absolutely.
two questions to make sure that it is your account, or you have authority to be putting your phone number on that account. So that
Okay,
needs to be
good.
done, and then we will get back to you. So even if you gave your phone number and the account number to somebody to say, you work at JPS, I'm asking you to do this for me. Whoever is going to do it for you is going to call you on that number and just ask you the questions, the necessary questions to make sure that you are the correct person for this account, and then we update the account. No, but we don't need any JP letter and passport and those
And
things.
passport
no,
size food. Okay, good. I want to ask you a question about street lights and how that works, but we have some callers on the line, so I'm going to try to get them in. Wayne, good morning.
Remember, I have one more thing to talk about before.
Yes,
but
yes.
Let's go.
Right.
Good morning, Miss Nora, and good morning to the person from JPS.
Good morning.
Ruth Lynn.
Ruth Lynn is the name.
No, good morning, Ruth Lynn. Yeah, I have a problem here. I hope I can get some help today. Miss Nora, I called you about it. This is the third time.
Okay, let's hear it.
All right, go ahead.
Yes, ma'am.
The fourth time.
Yeah, JPS billed me for $65,000.
Mm-hmm.
They said they'll never read the meter for around 8 to 9 months.
So you get estimated bills for all that time. We apologize
Yes.
for that.
Yes, ma'am.
Do we have access to your meter?
Yes, ma'am.
We do?
It's on the JPS premises, not on my premises. And there's a lot of meter on that post where my meter on.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so estimated bills may happen because of a number of reasons. Maybe the meter is not communicating with us, and so we weren't able to get the information. Or meters are not accessible. But you say yours is accessible, which means we're able to see it and touch it and feel it? Or
Yes,
it's a
ma'am.
remote reading?
Well, the meter is tall on the post. It's at the top of the post. Quite a few meter up there. And the rest of the person that post, they get reading.
Okay, so that means maybe something was wrong with your meter then, with the one that is attached to your account, which is why we weren't able to get the reading. So you would have gotten estimated bills for 9 months, and
Yes,
it
ma'am.
sounds like you might have been underestimated based on the fact that the bill that you got, the actual bill is now very high. But I would need to look at your account, assess it, and go through it, do a review, and then talk to you one-on-one. So I want you to leave your number
Yes, ma'am,
with the
but
producer so I can call you back.
I'm not finished. I get a next notice from JPS around 2 days ago. Say I owe a next balance of 24,000 plus, or almost $25,000. I did disconnect it 2 times in 12 months. I know nothing about those disconnecting. I never get disconnect. I don't know of it. I never pay any reconnection fee, never ask to never lose my power anytime at all. So my bill now is 90,000 plus.
All right. We can look at it. Unless there's an error, unless there's a mix-up in your account and somebody else's account where you would have gotten that message in error. Because you're saying you were never disconnected. If you
never disconnected, man.
You should have known. So
somebody called me one time in May and asked me if I have current. I said yes. They said they have it on the system that my light disconnect. So I said no, I don't have any disconnection.
Okay. All right. I can review your account. I can review your account and get it sorted.
What I need to do right now, ma'am, because the bill is due now and I need to know what can be done before they cut it.
I'm going to talk with you one-on-one. Leave your number. Let me call you.
All right. No, stay on the lines. No, don't give it on air, Wayne. Stay on the line and give your information to Michelle. All right, no problem. All right, Ruthlyn, let's jump into that other thing that we had to talk about, the personalized features.
Right. So one other thing to share with our customers, the personalized features that we have to make life easy for you when you call us. Customers may realize that sometimes when they call, the numbers, those numbers I gave earlier, that they may have a long wait because it depends on what is happening. If it's a time when we have a lot of outages, like early this week, Sunday, Monday, we had a lot of wind and rain in some areas, and it resulted in a lot of outages. So we had a lot of customers calling, either calling to report or they're calling to check. Right. You know, I've reported from morning and nobody has come, that kind of thing. So you might end up in a long wait. Now, we're saying to you, avoid the long wait. Nobody has time to waste. Plus, for the persons who are calling from their Digicel phone, even though it's a reduced cost, you're actually spending money. So we don't want you to be waiting, you know, on the phone for long periods. So what we're saying, as a part of the upgraded system, we have a callback feature. So customers who wish to speak with an agent, but you don't want to wait in line or you don't have that time, you will find that the system will prompt you to save your space in the queue. So you can save your space in the line, and a representative will automatically call you back when your turn comes up. So you don't have to run out your credit if you're on the Digicel phone. You don't have to run out your credit. Just save your space. It gives you the option of using the number that you're calling from. If it's a different number from the one that's on your account, it gives you the option of using that number for us to call you back on, or that we can use the number that's attached to your account, that's the number that's already there. So you get this, you get the choice. You know, you can decide which one you want to select. So it will prompt you and ask you, you know, what you want to do, and then you can put that information in. And then you get a call back. When it's your turn in the line, you get a call back. So you can continue doing what you're doing, but anticipate the call because it's going to come back. So we want you to utilize the callback feature for those persons who don't have the time to sit and wait, because I know that can be annoying. So those are two of the features that we have there for you. The feature where you can call us back, where we can call you back, we can call you back and save time, energy, and money for you. Or you can actually get your account attached with your current phone number, and then you get all that information I spoke about earlier.
Okay. All right. So we're up on another break. We're going to take this commercial break, come back. We have another caller on the line, so we'll go to that call after the break.
Spectrum Insurance Brokers provides quality insurance coverage and risk management services. The time by Spectrum Insurance Brokers Limited, setting the industry standards, is...
It's 9:31.
You can do business with JPS from anywhere in the world. With the My JPS mobile app, you can take control of your energy. If you have a smart meter, you can track your energy usage hourly, daily, weekly, and monthly. stay on top of your usage and make smarter energy decisions. You can also set your budget for the month and skip guesswork. Set it and forget it. No more surprises, no more unexpected bills. Download the My JPS mobile app in the App Store today and do business with JPS your way.
This Valentine's Day, show that special someone how much you care and choose from gorgeous flowers and gift item-wide selections, customized gifts and fruit baskets, flowers and balloon decorations, or bouquets and plants for houses and offices. They also cater for weddings, birthdays, Mother's Day, funerals, and much more. Located at Domes Unit 5085 Hagley Park Road. Telephone 876-920-3354. Gorgeous flowers, flowers and gifts for all occasions.
Love me, pamper me, spa with me at Adam and Eve Day Spa. Book your couple's getaway today. Give the gift of a spa certificate or products packaged with love. Enjoy Oasis of Love, Unite the Flame, or Love Me, Spoil Me packages. We're open on Valentine's Day for reservations only. So reserve now at adamandevespaja.com or call 876-754-6017. Indulge in love with Team Adam and Eve Spa. The couple that spa together stays together.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. You are back here inside the Consumer Hour on Nationwide 90 FM. I'm Nora Gay Banton. It's JPS Cares this morning, and we are joined by JPS's Customer Service Area Manager for the East, Ruthlyn Johnson. And we just heard about the personalized features available to customers when they contact JPS via their customer service lines, and those numbers are for Flow. I learned something this morning because I didn't even know there was a different line for Digicel. But for Flow, it's 888-225-5577. That's the one I know. And for Digicel, which is not free, comes at a reduced cost, though, for those who call from their cell phone, it's 888-935-5577. So for Digicel, 888-935-5577. Flow, 888-225-5577, which is free for Flow customers from your landline. All right. So we have another caller on the line, Ruthlyn. Oliver is on the line. Good morning. Good morning, Oliver.
Morning, Miss Banton. How are you doing?
I am not too bad. How are you?
I'm not too bad at all. I called you before about this light in Hampstead, St. Mary. And I remember why I told you that I called in December, late December, and I told it was 14 days.
Yes.
And that 14 days has well gone.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe Miss Johnson can help us now, help me with this whole 14 day and why this 14 days given. So the light is still out. Nobody has not yet come to deal with it. And I got a report number. I have the post number here.
Yes.
And, it's just not yet dealt with. And I don't know if JPS really cares. So maybe she can tell me more.
JPS cares, of course. I will always tell you that JPS cares because we do. Of course, things happen, but things happen. You care about people, don't you? And sometimes things happen. So it's for me to find out what is happening where this light has not been fixed and get it fixed for you. So I want the reference number that you have and the poll number, since you have them. I mean, my apologies for the length of time. I'm not sure. I don't know why. I will have to find out and see if I can get it sorted out for you quickly.
The reference number is 639 190.
639-190.
Yes. That is the reference number I got.
If you have the poll number right now, I'd love you to give it to me.
It's 532
532
1222.
1222. And what's the community you said in St. Mary?
It's Hampstead. It's on a street.
Hampstead.
It's on a street called Barton Oliver Close.
Barton Oliver Close?
Close. And it's Hampstead St. Mary.
Okay. All right. I will definitely work on it for you and see how quickly I can get it started. And once again, apologies for the length of time it has been
That
taking.
14 days is already elapsed. Long time. We're into maybe double 14 days now.
Okay.
All right. Oliver,
All
I'm
right.
happy you got a chance to speak directly to Ruth Lynn. And Ruth Lynn, there's another one here. And I hope I'm here to see the day when this one is fixed, because I don't know. I know the poll number by heart. 0035495.
0035
495. It's in Corn Peace, St. Anne. Exchange, St. Anne.
This one
Corn
sounds
Peace.
familiar.
It is, yes, man. It must familiar because I've
St. Anne. I remember the community.
Yes, man. This one must be familiar because we've been on this one
And
from
this one has
last
not
year.
been fixed yet either?
No, the person in the comment is saying, can you find out from Miss Ruthlin if she has any information?
We need to get these sorted, yes.
Yeah. But Ruth, and I'm not happy we're here, but I'm happy the conversation went here because I want to help you to help me to understand so that I am not being unreasonable. When I speak about the issues, right? What happens when there's a complaint, it's reported, and when it's to be fixed, because I don't want to be unreasonable when I'm saying, why can't JPS fix this now?
Well, I can't tell you all the ramifications because, of course, it's a completely different team, but we're one company, so I'm not putting it off on anybody to say, this, I don't know what happens really. Right. But at the same time, I do know that the streetlight reports are many. There are many. You join a queue, and I know that the teams go out every day across the country to repair them. Now, I don't know what would have happened why these two that I'm hearing about, and I'm sure there may be others, are not done yet. But I know that we still are suffering from a little bit of those issues related to the supply chain issues that we had coming from out of COVID with sometimes we don't have material, to get the job done. So there's a little bit of that. There's also sometimes you might have an HPS, the older yellow lights that need to be changed to LED, but maybe we don't have enough material to get it done. So there are things that may come up at different points in time that may impact the efficiency of getting the streetlights repaired. But I can't say what would have happened with these two specifically, but I'll definitely talk to the streetlight team and see how quickly we can get them done. And if there's information that I need to share back with you as to why, I will let you get that information.
Please. And something else I want to bring to you, and it's something I bring to everybody we speak to, NWC, NCB, whichever company chooses to join us to help customers. The communication with clients, with your customers. No, I understand with the streetlight system, there may be supply challenges. Those who are supposed to get the work done, the contracted persons, the technicians. I understand. But what my thing is communication. Where are we with communication? Just like Oliver just said, when something is reported and somebody tells him 14 days, and whatever happens, and it doesn't take 14 days.
On the 14th day, if it's not done, I agree.
Who goes back?
He should get a call.
Right. So I would love...
We're not able to do it today, up to this time. We apologize. We're going to get it done next time. I agree with that. I'm a proponent of communication myself. I think it can save the world and save lots of angst and pain and energy. It manages expectations. Persons are able to understand, okay, fine, I have to wait another 2 days to get this done.
Exactly.
I believe in communication, Nora. And so if we're not doing well in that area, it's an area that we need to improve on.
And boy, you know, I hope it's not just, it's an area we need to improve on, but it's something you're actively working on. But
Yeah,
because
man.
trust me,
So what
Ruthlin,
I will
it
do
can help.
is I will try to find out, for example, for these two, what is the holdup, and I will
Right.
send the information back to you. If
All
it's a
right.
case that it's just that it has been, we just haven't gotten to it yet, based on the number of streetlights that we have in that particular area to get done, I will let you know. If it was overlooked, I'll let you know, because that can happen. Also, information coming in from a number of different directions, something might have been missed somewhere.
Okay.
Or if
And
it's
we
a
have
material problem, we don't have enough material, we don't have the resources, I'll let you know. I'm going to give you the feedback on these two.
right, and we have another person, Shanice Powell. She's always in the YouTube chat trying to get her issue resolved. She spoke to us on the
A
phone.
street
We
light?
got the information. No, it's not a street light this time. There's an issue within the premises that she is living in. Now,
Is this the
there
one about
is
the tree?
no, there's electricity theft happening, and it is affecting her line, and she wants to see if she can get her own line so that whatever throw up is happening, it's not affecting her. And she's been trying, she's been trying with JPS, and nobody's calling her back to say this is possible, this is not possible, we can do this, we can't do this. She's just trying to be a legitimate customer,
No, but
pay
I
her
could speak
bill.
generally on that, though, here, and then if there's anything specific that I need to speak to Shanice about, we could do that. But if she wants power, she lives in a space where she wants to separate herself from the others, and she wants power. Well, the first thing she would need to do is wire her premises and get it passed. I don't know if that has been done already. Because once that is done, once she gets her premises wired by an electrician, and then the electrician brings in the inspector to get it inspected and passed to say, yes, the premises is safe to receive electricity, the next thing to do is to apply to JPS. And that would mean she would need her application letter, her ID and TRN, if she owns the property, she needs the title. If she's not the owner, she needs the owner to give her a copy of the title or the tax receipt. If none of that exists, she doesn't own the property, but she lives there. She's lived there for a long time. She's the quote unquote owner. Then then she could use a justice of the peace letter to say, I know that Shanice has lived there for the last 10 years. She's basically the owner of this premises. I'm asking you to accommodate her. We can give her a conditional contract, which means we will give her electricity on the premise that this letter says she's the owner, quote unquote. If somebody comes one day with that title and says, this property is mine, this person should not have had power on my property in their name, we're going to terminate the power supply if somebody comes with that title. So it's greater authority. But those are the things she would need. And it can be done on the mobile app, or she could come into the office and we could assist her.
Right.
And then we'd connect her. So I'm not sure what the problem is.
Ruthlin, trust me, I don't remember the exact details of the situation.
That means that there's some nuance in
right.
there. So if there's some nuance in there,
right.
then I would need to get her number to call her and speak with her personally.
Right, yeah, man, but my issue is Ruthlin. She tried all those avenues, the mobile app, the phone, the office, and
you
nothing.
Can try, Nora, you can try the mobile app, and your application is considered incomplete because of something. For example, if she applies on the mobile app and she does not have anything that gives proof of ownership, they're going to mark it incomplete. An email is going to go back to her to tell her this is incomplete and telling her why. What I keep realizing that a lot of customers don't realize that email has come back to them, because emails that are coming from a company like JPS that sends a lot of emails out to people usually end up in person's spam. So the email is in the spam and they don't realize that it's there. So they're saying they never heard back from us. If people who are savvy with the app will know also that if you go to customer support, the tab mark customer support, and touch it, You will see the status of anything you've asked JPS to do for you. You will see the status of it there. It will show you that your outage report has been logged. Somebody is en route to your premises. The thing is now closed because the crew has visited and has repaired the problem. You will see your application marked incomplete and telling you why it is marked incomplete. If you touch customer support, it opens up all that information for you, but a lot of persons don't know. Once they've submitted the application, they then wait for the power supply. And so I found persons even 2 months waiting, not hearing from us, but the email was sent because it's an automatic response. Once we click incomplete, it's an automatic response that comes back to you telling you what to do. But a lot of people don't know. And I can't knock anybody for that because not a lot of people are savvy with the mobile app and those things. But if you call the customer care center at the numbers I've given you and check on the status of your application, they may be able to reach out and could give you the status report. Or you could stop by an office and you could get the status report. And then we can tell you what's happening, why you have not yet gotten your application processed and the power has not yet been given to you.
All right. Well, we have Shanice's information, and I'm gonna
Send it
ask
to me.
Michelle to
Send
send
it to
it
me,
to you,
please. Let me call her.
so you can see what exactly is happening with her.
Yes.
We
I'd
are
love to
on another
wrap that
break.
up.
Yes, we're on another break, so we're gonna take a break now and come back with the final leg of JPS Cares this morning.
Fill all your prescriptions, get cosmetics and other pharmaceutical items at Manning's Hill Pharmacy, located at 34A Manning's Hill Road, Kingston. Telephone 924-6280. At Manning's Hill Pharmacy, they stock all the hard-to-get medication. The time by Manning's Hill Pharmacy is
9:48.
Did you know that the Jamaica Observer is leading the pack? With over 18 million page views on their website, over 800,000 followers on Instagram, over 800,000 followers on Facebook, and a Twitter following of over 500,000, their region audiences like no other. Want to tap into this influential audience? Contact the Jamaica Observer team today. Email williamsk@jamaicaobserver.com or call 876-470-9172 for more details. Don't miss out on this opportunity to reach your target audience with the Jamaica Observer.
You can do business with JPS from anywhere in the world. With the My JPS mobile app, you can take control of your energy. If you have a smart meter, you can track your energy usage hourly, daily, weekly, and monthly. Stay on top of your usage and make smarter energy decisions. You can also set your budget for the month and skip guesswork. Set it and forget it. No more surprises, no more unexpected bills. Download the My JPS mobile app in the App Store today and do business with JPS your way.
There's a whole barrage of righteous youth out there.
Reggae Month takes to the stage at Island Village in Otrios this Saturday, February 10, 8 p.m. with young reggae ambassadors in Otrios. Come see the next generation of reggae stars on stage with special guest Richie Spice.
No, we never gonna stop. No way.
Island Village, Otrios, Saturday, February 10, 8 p.m. Admission free.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. You're back here inside the Consumer Hour on Nationwide 90 FM. I'm Nora Gay Banton. We are outside this morning. We're at the Salvation Army School for the Blind. We're here for the official handover of Braille machines to the school. It's a Digicel Foundation in collaboration with Dr. Terry Carell Reed. And of course, in a couple minutes, when Cliff Hughes joins us, you'll hear much more about that. But we're still inside JPS Cares this morning. And we have Ruthlyn Johnson on the line. She is the customer service area manager for the East. We're taking your calls. We don't have much time left, so let's jump right into it. Peter, good morning.
Hey, how are you?
I am good, Peter. How are you?
I'm great. I just have a problem with JPS. Where I'm living is in Three Hills, St. Mary, and the pump that supplies us water every other week it trips out because they're saying it's supposed to be a double phase, and then it trips out on a single phase. Hence, we're not getting water on a regular basis. I'm trying to find out why JPS has not made any great attempt to fix this problem from happening over and over.
So are you sure, though, Peter, that that's a JPS problem? Because sometimes the electrical problem that everybody is having is not necessarily a JPS electrical problem, and it's sometimes an electrical problem on their side.
That's what Water Commission is saying. It's a JPS problem.
If that's the case, I will find out. I'll find out from
the pump runs on a double phase, and it trips out every so often, or the fuse gets hit, and hence a single phase can't operate the pump. And it's sometimes 2 weeks before they reach to repair it. And we are already on a regulated water system. So when that goes down, we suffer tremendously up in Three Hills.
I will talk to the team in St. Mary to hear what's happening, because I know Water Commission is one of our largest customers and gets priority treatment from JPS. We have a good relationship with them, so I'm not sure. This is a little odd, but I will talk with the team in St. Mary and hear what's happening. All right.
I would appreciate that, but this is an ongoing problem. This is not a problem that just started.
So that's why I find it odd, because we treat Water Commission in priority because we understand the value of water to customers. So it's a little odd, but I will talk with the team.
All right, no problem.
Yeah.
No problem. I hope you guys can fix it, because we suffer endlessly because we don't get water on a regular basis, and when that pump is down,
definitely we'll talk with them, because it doesn't sound good. And
no, it's not good.
Definitely, if it's really us, then we need to get it started. But I'll have to talk with the team in St. Mary.
Please. And I hope I'll hear a response in short order.
If you want to leave your number so I can call you and tell you what I find out.
37.
No,
Nora
Peter.
It will be next week before Nora shares.
Peter?
Uh-huh.
Yes, stay on the line. Don't give your number on the air, please.
Okay.
All right, stay on the line and give your number to Michelle. All right, we have any giveaways this week, Ruth Lynn?
I'm always giving away something if you have the time.
Of course. Apparently, we have 2 people on the line waiting. So let's jump right into to get prizes. All right. So June, you're the nice. June, you are the first person up waiting for a prize. So here your question.
Hello. Good morning, Miss Rutlin.
Hi,
Good morning, Nora. First of all, Miss Rutlin, I would like to pick up the JPS team. Last week we had a truck accident that breaker light post in 2. All the wires fell down. That was in Portmore Garden. And everybody said, boy, then I get back no light till tomorrow. But trust me, you have a hard-working team. We got back, it was like 4 o'clock in the evening, and we got back light 12 o'clock.
Thank you so much for sharing that, because the teams do work hard, but it's a lot. I must confess, it's a lot. So sometimes persons feel that we're neglecting them, but it's a lot, and everybody wants their thing sorted now. So big up to the team that came and sorted you out.
Because trust
big up
me,
to my teams.
we were all worried that we wasn't going to get back light until the following day, but we did get back 12 o'clock in the night. It was, we're so happy.
And thank you for sharing that. All right, so June.
Yes?
I know you've been listening from the start?
Yes, I was.
All right, so just run for me. The 4 things that you can get when you call JPS, IVR, and we have your phone number attached to your account. What are the things you can get?
Okay, bill balance. Due date. Outage. And also to tell you what time it's going to come back.
Yes,
what
there's
time
one
the current
more.
is going to come back.
All that is outage information. There's another one. There's another one.
There's
Come
another
on,
one?
Yes, man.
All right. I think the other one is
10,000 voucher.
All right. I think the other one is the voice interaction.
June, supposed to get disconnected. What happened?
Oh, it could tell you when you're going to get back the light, or you how much money you owe and how much you have to pay to get to get back the light.
$10,000 voucher for you. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, Ms. Ruthven.
All right, June, stay on the line.
All right.
And the other
And you have
person on
time
the
for
line.
the other person, and then we wrap up, right?
Yes, quickly. Dwayne is on the line. Good morning,
Wayne
Dwayne.
is there.
Yes. Good morning.
Yes, all right.
Good morning.
Wayne. Morning,
Yes.
Wayne. So just explain the callback feature for those who didn't hear.
Me?
Explain the callback feature for those persons who hadn't heard it, who joined us.
Oh, you mean the one that is on the line? And if your time is not, if you're not going to do, you can call it back to put you back in the same between the line. Okay, you don't have a call the time. If I ever call JPS and I'm waiting in the line, I can always do the time back, the call back if they ask me, and then I will wait, and I'll you put it back in the same.
How would we know to call you back?
Come again?
How would we know how to call you back?
Because the match would have tell you what to do, and then you hang up, and then you will call back and give at the same time.
But I need your number.
Your position in the line.
But Wayne, don't I need your number?
The telephone number would have been there, yeah.
All right, but
Yes.
remember that it could be the telephone number that is there. But suppose you're not using that number anymore. What would you need to do?
Okay, if I have a telephone number, well, you said that we should always upgrade the telephone, the new telephone, so we can have.
Yeah, but just in case you haven't yet upgraded, you haven't updated your new number, you could use that number. You could tell us that number. Tell us to call you back on that new number. We're just trying to drag everything out of you.
Yes, if that number is not working. Yes, I know. You said that.
All right.
All right, Wayne. I'll give you a $5,000 on voucher on your account. All right.
Thank you.
All right. So, congratulations, Dwayne. And June, $10,000 for June and $5,000 for Dwayne. We are up on the time, Ruth Lynn. I want to thank you so much for joining us this morning for JPS Cares, and we see you next week.
See you next week. Happy Valentine's Day to you, your staff, your team, and all my customers and listeners.
Awesome. And thank you
All
for
right.
the goodies. Thank you for the goodies this morning.
Yes, no problem.
All right.
Spread the
That's all the
love.
time. Yes, no problem. That's all the time we have for the Consumer Hour this morning. We are live on location at the Salvation Army School for the Blind. We're here for the official handover of the Braille machines to the Salvation Army School for the Blind. It's Digicel Foundation in collaboration with Dr. Terry Carell Reed, leaving you now to make way for Cliff Hughes online.
The hour between 9 and 10 was brought to you by JPS, powering what matters.
The mission of the Ministry of Legal and Constitutional Affairs includes revising Jamaica's legal and constitutional infrastructure and accelerating the pace of reform. The time by the MLCA is
10 o'clock.
Cliff Hughes Online. Talk radio for all Jamaicans.
My hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose, my steps were quick and light. And I held firmly to what I felt was right, like a rock. Like a rock. I was strong as I could be, like a rock. Nothing ever got to me, like a rock. I was something to see, like a rock. And I stood arrow straight, unencumbered by the weight of all these hustlers and their schemes. I stood proud stood tall, high above it all. I still believed in my dreams.
Our phone numbers are 630-9371, 630-9372, 630-9373, 630-9374, and 618-8255. Or find us on Facebook at Nationwide News Network and follow us on Twitter at Cliff Nationwide. You can also listen to Cliff Hughes online live on the World Wide Web at nationwideradiojm.com or via the Nationwide 90 FM app on your mobile phone. Now, here's your host, Cliff Hughes.
Good morning. Good morning. Let's get to work.
Cliff says, what's on his mind? Unfiltered analysis and commentary.
My hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose, my steps were quick and light. And I held firm to what I felt was right, like a rock. Like a rock. I was strong as I could be, like a rock. Nothing ever got to me, like a rock. I was something to see, like a rock. And I stood arrow straight, unencumbered by the weight of all these hustlers and their schemes. I stood proud, I stood tall, high above it all. I still believed in my dreams.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you so much for joining us here on Cliff Hughes Online this morning. And we are this morning at the Salvation Army School for the Blind on Mannings Hill Road in St. Andrew, because of an important event. The blind community is a significant part of Jamaica, and the School for the Blind on Mannings Hill Road is a little gem of an oasis, yes, and we're going to turn the spotlight on them this morning. Yes. They're going to be receiving several Braille machines courtesy of Digicel, Digicel's 22nd anniversary in Jamaica. And Braille is very important. As they say here, Braille is knowledge and knowledge is power. We're going to learn much more about that later. But of course, the news this morning is all about what's happening on the political scene. Here are the front pages of the papers of record in Jamaica. The Gleaner's front page. On your marks. The Observer, race on. Yes? Friendly rivalry marks nomination day in most areas across the island. Yes? And those are the front pages. And it was all about nomination day yesterday. At the end of the day, 499 people were nominated as candidates for the 228 electoral divisions, the mayoralty of the Sunshine City of Portmore in St. Catherine. And significantly, there were 36 independent candidates yesterday Yeah, the UIC had about 4 or 5 people being nominated. Yes? And the country can now brace for an increase in the intensity of the political campaign. And while yesterday was largely incident-free, there were a few skirmishes. Yes? One woman is in the hospital this morning because the vehicle in which she was traveling in St. Thomas was involved in a crash. She was seriously injured, I gather, and has lost a leg. Yes, she lost a leg. And there were also skirmishes in St. Catherine, where the JLP and the PNP crossed paths yesterday in the municipality of Portmore. And while it was largely good fun and, you know, the political jousting and jeering, it was largely good fun. But I see this morning people are talking about what happened between the Member of Parliament for South East St. Catherine, the JLP's Robert Miller, popularly known as Big Rob, and his PNP rival, the PNP constituency caretaker, Dr. Alfred Dawes. And the incident threatened to get serious, but it has become something of a talking point for the hilarity that Dr. Dawes has brought to bear on it. I don't know if you have seen the videos. Yes, I don't know if you have seen the videos of first what transpired and the parties and their campaigns are in a rush to put the best spin on these incidents. So therefore, please, when you're watching these videos, yes, bear in mind when you see the videos coming from the political parties, you have to be careful, because in today's world, where the technology is such that they can splice and edit and use AI to have you saying things you didn't say, you have to watch and interpret the videos with a pound of salt. Yeah? A pound of salt. And everybody is trying to put the best foot forward for their party. So I urge you to exercise discretion and don't accept wholeheartedly anything you hear them saying now. Yeah, because the social media spinners, the social media bloggers, editors, videographers, yes, are all at work. They're working overtime. Yes. So what happened in Portmore yesterday? I'm going to show you first the video of the incident, and you will realize that the videographer lost control of his camera. But here's that incident first. So that was the shot or the video recording of the incident initially as it unfolded. And you see where we lost view of what was happening with Mr. Miller and Dr. Dawes. We don't know what happened, but the cameraman lost control of his camera, right? What we were able to see, Big Rob walked into the PNP gathering, attempted to shake the hand of Dr. Dawes, and Dr. Dawes seemingly pulled back, right, as Big Rob tried to greet him, and then Big Rob used some force to try to pull him towards him, and it went downhill after that. Okay? Now the next video we're going to show you is the one which the PNP were able to get to work on and projected this image of Big Rob.
All right. Robert Miller, Member of Parliament for South Eastern St. Catherine. We're moving aggressively. No, can't touch it. It's a filmy place. It's a filmy place. We're moving aggressively. Aggressively.
Now, so that was the PNP spin on it. You notice the use of the repetition of the word aggressively. And this is where I tell you now, as viewers, listeners, you have to be very discriminating now. Anything you hear they say and do, you have to take it with a pound of salt, because everybody's putting the best face forward. It's a campaign. The battle is on. They have 18 days to win votes. But then I woke up this morning to another spin on this by the PNP candidate himself, Dr. Alfred Dawes, and it was hilarious.
Big Rob gone.
Repeat it for me, Damien. This one you can't play once. Come on. Huh? Dr. Dawes, you see a door, yeah, being gingerly opened, and Dr. Dawes appears looking quite furtively, as in, Big Rob gone? Come on, Damien.
Big Rob gone.
Damien. So, Dr. Dawes, yes, went on IG and did this.
Big Rob gone.
No. First of all, Dr. Dawes, I am going to dub him the IG politician. Yes? This piece of recording, I think has earned Dr. Dawes lead actor, yeah, for the IG generation of politicians. For them to think of this and then do it, I think what we're seeing, and IG as in Instagram, yeah, I think this piece of video will become a defining moment in the new era of social media and politics and campaigning. But if I were to put on my student hat and or teacher's hat and say to my students, play this piece of video and critically assess what it tells us about political communication and messaging in the 21st century and the era of social media. Yes, discuss. We could write a whole essay on it, because it would seem to me that contrary to what some people were hoping to achieve last night, to make out that this thing in Portmore yesterday was serious and violent and whatever, I think the Dawes team, by going this route this morning, is saying, yes, we had a little tussle, nothing of the order. We're going to make fun of it because it was fun. So, Dr. Dawes, Big Rob gone. Yes?
Big Rob gone.
It is so funny. Time for the break.
My hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose, my steps were quick and light. And I held firm to what I felt was right, like a rock.
The Time brought to you by the Ministry of Science, Energy, Telecommunications and Transport. Fueling growth everywhere is
18 minutes after 10.
Mosquitoes can spread diseases such as dengue fever. Common symptoms of dengue include fever, severe headache, pain behind the eyes, muscle pain, joint pain, skin rash, nausea, and vomiting. If you feel you have dengue fever, visit your doctor or health center, rest, drink lots of fluids, use only paracetamol for pain. Do not take aspirin or other painkillers. Protect yourself from dengue and other mosquito-borne diseases. A message from the Ministry of Health.
The following is a paid announcement by the Jamaica Labour Party.
Jamaican people, JLP say building time. Anything less, we not pay them no mind. Building for you and your community. We will build up Jamaica by supporting good policies, yeah. Build a better life for you and for me. We'll keep building Jamaica. So vote for the JLP, yeah. Jamaica is a blessed island, and JLP are on a ceaseless mission of development all over the nation. Them upgrading the markets and fire stations. Them build the most roadways for we drive on, more than any government before on the island. Them build parks in the communities with better facilities, with the children play fun with you.
The proceeding was a paid announcement by the Jamaica Labour Party.
Get connected to a deal you love this Valentine's with Flow. Sign up for Flow Yard and Road for the extra special price of only $3,999 plus GCT and get a free Samsung phone. Make a love connection and show how much you care. Visit discoverflow.co or Flow Store today. Conditions apply.
You know it's national. If you're up on the road or even home, it's always national. National. Even at church, have a snack at work. Little peanut no hurt. Crush crackers in a tea, give me 2 red please. Easy fish here, can carry anywhere. Here or there, no other brand compares, yeah, yeah. And if you want something sweet, it's for unique. It's always national. You know it's national. You know it's always national. Jamaica, born and bred, National Baking Company.
Cliff Hughes Online. Talk radio for all Jamaicans.
My hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose, my steps were quick and light. And I held firm to what I felt was right, like a rock. Like a rock. I was strong as I could be, like a rock. Nothing ever got to me, like a rock.
I was something to see.
21 minutes after 10 o'clock. So, some of the big takeaways from yesterday. One, the two political parties made strenuous efforts to show muscle, political strength across the country. And it was a battle for the optics. Yes? The optics of who could put out the biggest crowds. And based on the videos I've seen, by the end of the day, I think that was a draw. That was a draw. Yes? In terms of the crowds. Depending on where you were at what time of the day. The challenge they now face is to convert that show of support across the island yesterday into the ballot boxes come Monday, the 26th of February. And that's when argument done. By 8 o'clock that evening, 9 o'clock, we will know whether the Jamaica Labour Party, led by Prime Minister Holness, would have answered those who said it's a referendum on their stewardship. By that time, we will know if he has passed that test and the people of Jamaica has retained faith and confidence in him and his administration, or whether they would have proven Mark Golding right when he defined this election as a referendum which will see his party winning the majority, not only in terms of the number of municipal corporations, but also the popular vote and the number of seats. Remember now, there are 228 parish council seats. And forgive me, I'm old, so I say parish council, not municipal corporation. Parish council seats. 228. The Labour Party has nominated 228 candidates, so too the PNP. The Labour Party is going into February 26 with 130 of the 228, and the People's National Party with 98. So one of the tools we'll use to measure the winner on the evening of February 26 is who has won. Yes? Most of the seats. Who would have won most of the 228 divisions. We'll also take a look at the popular vote, of course, parish by parish and nationally as well. Right? Of course, the other thing is our nationwide Blue Dot polls, where we looked at crime yesterday, people's perceptions about crime in the country and how crime is affecting them. We know that crime has been, for a long time, of major concern. And one of the things we did this time, courtesy of our Blue Dot pollsters, is to go beyond people's concern about crime, but also to probe the extent to which they have been victims of crime, or how crime has affected someone they know. And that was pretty instructive. And you need to listen to this report from Ricardo Brooks. It was 85% who said that they have not experienced any form of criminality over the last 2-3 years. But they knew some about. Let's listen to Ricardo's report.
The nationwide Blue Dot polls, powered by Total Tools. Total Tools, they almost always have it.
The latest crime statistics from the Jamaica Constabulary Force report a decline in major crimes. Murders are down 24%, rapes are down 44%, break-ins are down 8%. Overall, major crimes in Jamaica are down 12% when compared to the similar period in 2023. But Jamaicans continue to express serious concern. When the Blue Dot pollsters asked voters to rate their level of concern about the state of crime in the country, 72% rated their level of concern at a 10, 9% rated their concern at a level 9 and 8. A further 4% rated their concern at a 7. That's a combined total of 90% of Jamaicans indicating they had a heightened level of concern about crime. In 9 of the 14 parishes across the country, the level of concern regarding crime was more than 90%. Voters in St. Mary and St. Catherine recorded the highest level of concern regarding crime at 94%. Voters in Westmoreland, Hanover, St. James, Portland, St. Thomas, and Kingston and St. Andrew say their level of concern about crime is at 91%. Sections or the entirety of at least 5 of those parishes have been subjected to states of public emergency of varying lengths since 2018. It would also appear Jamaicans do not feel safe outside their homes. More than 70% of respondents expressed concern about their safety on Jamaica's streets. Women feel less safe outside their homes than men, with 83% of women indicating they felt unsafe on Jamaica's streets compared to 74% of men who expressed similar fears. That's a 7 percentage point gap between how women view their safety on the streets compared to men. At the same time, only 12% of Jamaicans reported being a victim of crime in the last 3 years. 85% of respondents said they had not personally been a victim of crime. But nearly half of respondents, 49%, say they personally know someone who had experienced crime. Join us at midday when we'll tell you how Jamaicans view the work of the police. Ricardo Brooks for Nationwide News.
Thank you, Ricardo. And the figures there are instructive. Crime continues to be the number one problem, number one concern for Jamaicans. And nobody would contest that. But when you drill down the numbers, the perception about crime in the country is running very strong, because 85% of those sampled, 85, they have not experienced crime over the last 3 years. But 49% of the samples said they knew of someone who has been a victim of crime. And that's where the perception and, of course, the reporting about crime, yes, is shaping concerns. You know, I was in a discussion with an American citizen earlier this week about this very issue. And they were telling me, this is an American citizen of Jamaican heritage who is coming home. And they were telling me how scared they were. Because when you listen, especially with that U.S. travel advisory, they are wondering if they should really come to Jamaica at all. And I had to explain to the person that, listen, let us not run away with it. Crime is a problem, but most of the victims of crime are people who are involved in criminality themselves. Yes, most of the victims, interrelated gang conflicts, and then there is the whole business of domestic crime and violence, where it is your intimate partner, people you know, who chop you up, murder you, shoot you, whatever. Yes. But the overwhelming majority of us, based on what we do in our lives, yes, our communities, our homes, we're safe. Safe. You can't be stupid by doing certain things. Just as like when I travel to New York or to Miami or to Los Angeles or London or Paris, there are certain places me not go after dark. Yes. You exercise sense and caution. It's no different. Time for the break.
My hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose, my steps were quick and light, and I held firm.
Mind your business, JA with Jump Online.
The time brought to you by the Jamaica Accountability Meter Portal is
10:32.
Get ready to kickstart your investment journey with Express Catering Limited, with bonds starting as low as $100. Express Catering Limited, in partnership with its lead broker Mayberry Investments Limited, has launched their groundbreaking $10 million bond raise initiative, the first of its kind in Jamaica. Contact your investment advisor or visit successwithexpressja.com for more information and to get started today. Enjoy Success with Express.
The following is a paid announcement by the Jamaica Labour Party.
Jamaican people, JLP say building high. Anything less, we not pay them no mind. Building for you and your community. We will build up Jamaica by supporting good policies, yeah. Build a better life for you and for me. We'll keep building Jamaica. So vote for the JLP, yeah. Jamaica is a blessed island, and JLP are on a ceaseless mission of development all over the nation. Them upgrading the markets and fire stations. They build the most roadways for we drive on, more than any government before on the island. Them build parks in the communities with better facilities for the children play fun with you.
The proceeding was a paid announcement by the Jamaica Labour Party.
Me pull up at the gas station and the attendant come up.
87 or 90?
I don't know why him think I would put 87 in my new car. But me answer him. But when him say
cash or card?
Me say, big man, why would I take my cash and buy gas? I pay for everything with my Sagicor Bank credit card. Grocery, gas, bills. Cause when you use your card, you get your reward. If I pay cash, you are gonna give me a reward?
Me can wipe your windscreen.
Earn the best rewards ever with Sagicor Bank credit cards. Conditions apply.
Love me, pamper me, spa with me at Adam and Eve Day Spa. Book your couple's getaway today. Give the gift of a spa certificate or products packaged with love. Enjoy Oasis of Love, Unite the Flame, or Love Me, Spoil Me packages. We're open on Valentine's Day for reservations only. So reserve now at adamandevespaja.com or call 876-754-6017. Indulge in love with Team Adam and Eve Spa. The couple that spa together stays together.
Cliff Hughes Online. Talk radio for all Jamaicans.
My hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose, my steps were quick and light. And I held firm to what I felt was right, like a rock. Like a rock.
Welcome back to Cliff Hughes Online. This morning, we are at the Salvation Army School for the Blind on Mannings Hill Road in St. Andrew. Why? We're here because in celebration of Digicel Jamaica's 22nd anniversary in Jamaica, the foundation, that's Digicel, has donated several Braille machines to the school for the blind and the visually impaired. And a Braille machine is a necessary tool for the education of the blind. And let me tell you, when I go on these outside broadcasts, I walk the premises and try to feel and to hear from the people who have to use the facilities. I've been here before at the complex to the School for the Blind. I've never been into this section of the school itself. And let me tell you my impressions. Clearly, this school is being effectively led. The place is clean. Yeah. We live in a time in this country when the country is so dirty. You know, it's a pet peeve of mine. Yeah? The place is so dirty. When I walked in here this morning, driving in, order, discipline. I didn't see no garbage, no litter. The field where the kids play, well manicured lawn. I also see some fowl, some rooster fowl. Rooster. Yeah? The place is clean. You can see that the place is being effectively managed, led. And I want to say big up to the leadership of the Salvation Army School for the Blind. Yeah? I didn't know it was such a big property inside here. Yeah, it's a big property, but anyway, more on that. We're turning now to the Project Implementation Manager for E-Learning Jamaica, Dorothy Thompson. Good morning.
Good morning, Cliff. And
How are you? I'm fine.
I'm fine, thanks.
Good to have you.
Yes.
Tell me now, e-learning, a massively important effort in Jamaica. And my question, how does e-learning Jamaica see the integration of Braille machines into the education here of the kids? Why is it so important?
Well, having Braille here is very important because, as you say, e-learning is a very important technology company as part of MSET in Jamaica. And we have been working with the Salvation Army over the years. And initially, we gave desktop computers, printers, and other technology equipment. And in viewing, and as you said, you did a walkthrough, which we did as well, and realized that having an important device like Braille would help the students more in their delivery, whether at the primary level or at the high school level. Because I pass here in the mornings to go to e-learning.
Yes.
And I would see kids in high school uniforms at the bus stop. I would see students walking to Meadowbrook in the mornings, Meadowbrook High School.
Yes.
And I am aware that students assist the blind students to do their work. And having Braille here will help them in their work more effectively.
Yes.
You know, and as e-learning is a technology company, we see the need to give them what they can use to move forward in life, just like any other student.
So in terms of your own mandate at e-learning, what role would you play in facilitating the greater use of technology here?
Well, our main mandate at e-learning, as we normally would laugh and say, Ministry of Education is our largest customer. So we provide all technology devices to all public schools in Jamaica, including special schools like the Salvation Army. Yes.
Okay. And in terms of, the collaboration between the technology-driven companies and educational institutions, how is that going?
Well, that goes very well, but as you are aware, because we are a government agency, we do large procurement. And so our procurement are usually tender out to the public. So all providers of technological resources are invited to bid on these various resources that we provide. And when you think of over 1,000 schools in the public sector, you can imagine how many technological devices we procure on an annual basis, billions of dollars.
Yeah.
Taxpayers' money, yes.
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 And that can be challenging.
It can be very challenging. It's a lot of work. For example, at the moment, we are providing over 26,000 vouchers for teachers to acquire a laptop in their teaching and learning. So the teachers will have the laptops while they are teaching, and we provide special devices for like special schools like Salvation Army. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Dorothy Thompson, Project Implementation Manager at eLearning Jamaica. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Good. We're going to take the break. After the break, more from the Salvation Army School for the Blind and the Visually Impaired.
My walk had purpose. My steps were quick and light. And I held firm to what I felt was right, like a rock. Like a rock. I was strong as I could be, like a rock. Nothing ever got to me, like a rock. I was something to see, like a rock. And I stood arrow straight, unencumbered by the weight of all these hustlers and their schemes. I stood proud, I stood tall, high above it all. I still believed in my dreams.
Can you believe Jamaica does not have an anti-discrimination legislation? We need one now. The Time, brought to you by Jamaica Aid Support for Life, is...
There's a whole barrage of righteous youth and out there. Reggae Month takes to the stage at Island Village in Outages this Saturday, February 10, 8 p.m. with young reggae ambassadors in Outages. Come see the next generation of reggae stars on stage with special guest Richie Spice. No, we never gonna stop, no way. Island Village, Ocho Saturday, February 10, 8 p.m. Admission free.
You know it's national. If you're there on the road or even home, it's always national. National. At church, have a snack at work, little peanut no hurt. Crush crackers in a tea, give me 2 red please. Easy for share, can carry anywhere. Here or there, no other brand compares, yeah. And if you want something sweet, it's for unique. It's always national. You know it's national. You know it's always national. Jamaica, born and bred, National Baking Company.
JN Money Card sent from abroad. JN Money Card. Send the money. Okay. Mo want withdraw in a hurry. JN Money Card free. With your TRN and your ID. And when me no walk with cash, cash? Me just swipe like that. From abroad to CAD. Get the JN Money Card. It's safe, convenient, and free. JN Money Card. Stay safe and collect funds on the JN Money Card.
The following is a paid announcement by the Jamaica Labour Party.
Jamaican people, JLP say building time. Anything less, we not pay them no mind. Building for you and your community. We will build up Jamaica by supporting good policies, yeah. Build a better life for you and for me. We'll keep building Jamaica. So vote for the JLP, yeah. Jamaica is a blessed island, and JLP are on a ceaseless mission of development all over the nation. Them upgrading the markets and fire stations. Them build the most roadways for we drive on, more than any government before on the island. Them build parks in the communities with better facilities for the children play on with you.
The proceeding was a paid announcement by the Jamaica Labour Party.
Can you believe Jamaica does not have an anti-discrimination legislation? We need one now. The time brought to you by Jamaica Aid Support for Life is
10:47.
Our phone numbers are 630-9371, 630-9372, 630-9373, 630-9374, and 618-8255.
My hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose, my steps were quick and light. And I held firm to what I felt was right, like a rock. Like a rock. I was strong as I could be, like a rock. Nothing ever got to me, like a rock. I was something to see, like a rock. And I stood arrow straight, unencumbered by the weight of all these hustlers and their schemes. I stood.
All right. We're going to go to the phones now. Callers, time. Miss Campbell, good morning.
Yes, sir. Good morning, Cliff.
Good morning, ma'am.
Yes, and how are you, sir?
I'm alive and well.
You're blessed and highly favored.
Yes, ma'am. You too.
Yes, this morning I just want to say a few words. I don't know if my credit can reach where I want it, but anyhow, what I want to say this morning is, Cliff, I want to sing a little song for you. God don't love nothing ugly. But look here. I'm talking about Mr. Wholeness this morning. First, I want to say, I hope God to cover me with His blessing. Because you never find another prime minister in Jamaica as a young boy will try to do so much things. Why people try to fight against him in such a way? And you know, Cliff, you never hear him over the radio talking nothing about people. All the accuse and temptation and persecution that Mr. Owens bear, God did carry the cross, and when him get beaten, he still live up the cross and carry that Calvary, pan the cross to bury him. And let me tell you this. God, in Ezekiel, you find where God sent one person, him send a man to rule. Him send a man to rule. I will tell you in Ezekiel where you find it. And let me tell you something. The more you them fight, is the more the man cool. Look here. I pray, and a lot of prayer is out for Mr. Holness. A lot of prayer. Him do many little things. And if it wasn't the COVID, right now, we look like America. We wouldn't even want to go to America. And Cliff, what I want to ask you to, I look in the dictionary and find it. When somebody say master man, what they mean?
Master man?
Yes.
Oh, you mean what it means?
When they say master, are you master? I look in the dictionary and find slavery. Slavery, I find in it. And if Mr. We don't wish him lose, but you see, if Mr. Hollis ever, if anything goes and Mr. Hollis lose the election, me know say Jamaica suffer. Me now ask you, Chris. Jamaica is suffer. And God say we send a wicked man over you. If you him send a perfect man to you, and you destroy him. Him going to send a wicked man over you, and I look in the Bible, me see where they put on the phone, Master Mark. And I see Master, I look in the dictionary and find Master is a slavery man with slavery. Come from America, him and his father had that old slavery. And where the one become slave.
No, hold on, Miss Campbell. Hold on, Miss Campbell. Are you referring to the opposition leader who was born and bred in Jamaica? Are you referring to him?
What you say, Cliff?
Who are you referring to?
Huh?
I
see them put on the TV, Master McRolling. And I look in the dictionary, what is the meaning of master?
Ma'am, but you must think, yes?
Huh?
You don't necessarily have to believe what people say.
No,
yes?
but I look in the dictionary for the number for what the master means.
Yes, and you know what master means, but that means that it is true that he's a slave master. I'm spring from slave masters.
Let me tell you something.
That's not necessarily true. You know that.
If Mr. Olin should ever don't get this election, Jamaica is going to a sufferation. Me not ask you, Cliff. Me not ask you.
Why? Why?
Because PMP in the party for 18 years. What me see them do? What did I see them do? I don't see them do nothing. And this little young boy will just come. This little handsome, pretty young boy will just come. The same one, let me tell you, the same one, let me tell you, me I seen the fish and the sovereign I am for. This little young boy just come and I try to do him best. And then try to fight him down. What is the problem?
Because let me tell you, we live in a very competitive two-party system, you know.
Yes.
Remember that when one party is in, the other party try to get them out.
Yes.
Remember that is the system we have. So it's not that everybody now gonna like him, everybody now gonna love him, and everybody gonna see him as a young pretty boy.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
So you have to understand that.
Yes, but let me tell you something, Cliff. The young people, man, the nice girl, them. Yesterday you should have seen some nice, sexy girl, them pretty like a money. I look here, Cliff. You know who we love in the PMP party? Want me to tell you?
I saw the video. Hold on. Because I saw a video yesterday.
Yes.
With the Prime Minister walking.
Yes.
And we cannot repeat what I heard a young woman say in the hearing of the Prime Minister.
What did she say?
Me can't say that on radio.
Something bad?
No.
Okay.
In the Jamaican sense, it's not bad.
Yeah.
But how well endowed he was. And I wondered what is this?
Yeah, tell us, the man pretty like a money. The more them chat, the more the man cute and pretty. The man cute and just humble and pretty.
Miss Campbell. Miss Campbell.
Yes, sir.
Jamaica has had several very young, pretty boy as prime ministers, you know.
Yes.
Not true?
Yes. What the one here?
And where has it taken us?
I don't know. But
exactly.
I got that man here.
Eh?
Yes, so we have got tenancy. I hear my granny always say tenancy no while no dance. Tenancy no while no dance. So if the people turn against him, that I feel him who turn against him, maybe he will open. Yes. glad to hear your clip. I get to me see while and while. I mean, if you run to him and say, darling, I love you, I love you. I know them fight then clip still, but I love you like Jesus Christ love little children. And
I love you too.
yes,
I love you
and
too. Are you?
all the tree when me under here with the whole heap of green leaf.
Where there?
He
Where are
me
you?
right under the tree, yeah, man. The
Where?
whole heap of
Where?
green leaf. And may God help him. Help him to recover this. So we not give up. None at all. Why him
All right.
turn chameleon now and so of juice. To make him more pretty. Cliff, I love you. Bye.
All right, Miss Campbell. God of mercy, politics Jamaica style. She used a term, young boy, young pretty boy. I am told, I wasn't around that time, that this was the same, what should I say? This was how they referred to Michael Manley, when he just came into the politics in the 1950s. That's how they referred to him, young boy. Yeah? And as we were saying in the news group last night, after we heard that clip of the young woman telling Andrew, or describing Andrew, whatever. Yeah? And the youngsters in the group reminded me, it's no different from how the woman used to go on over Michael. No different. And politics, not only in Jamaica, all over the world. Yeah? Leaders are embraced when if they are blessed with good looks. Yes, is a political asset. Yes, so I suppose it's no different. But boy, what that young lady said yesterday to Mr. Holness on the campaign trail, huh? I never hear it said of Michael in that way. Not in that way. Did you hear the clip? And I cannot play it. So don't ask me. Yeah, I cannot play it. And I'm sure the Prime Minister heard her, because she was very loud. He said what? Anyway, we're here at the School for the Blind, Salvation Army, and we have with us now the guidance counselor and a past student, Mr. Sean Harvey. Good morning, Mr. Harvey.
Good morning, most honorable the great.
No, sir.
Yes.
Don't do that. Don't do that at all. How are you?
I am very much okay. Can't complain at all.
Your school here, how many students you have here?
At present, our population is 116 students. Of course, with varying site levels, because Salvation Army School for the Blind and visual impairment, of course, visual impairment is concerned with varying site levels, nearsighted, farsighted, low vision, totally blind, right? And of course, I know generally the term blind, visual impaired is used in what most persons think is a politically correct context, but totally blind is different from somebody who's visually impaired.
Oh, so you have all levels here?
That's correct.
How challenging is that? Because you have to cater. Yeah, I was walking through the property this morning, and some of the kids clearly can see a little, others can't. Yeah, how you manage in terms of ensuring that they don't damage, hurt themselves, run into each other, that kind of thing.
The whole notion that these students are more fragile than anyone else is just a notion, just a belief. We, our children, have the opportunity to live their lives, normal life. That is why our compound is structured the way it is. Of course, among the subjects that we do here, of course, we have, because we are referred to as a composite school, meaning we are primary, secondary. And apart from the national standards curriculum, which allows our students at PEP grade 6 level to matriculate to whatever secondary program they wish, you also have the CSEC program, in which, of course, in most years our results are on par, sometimes above the national average.
Oh, really?
Right. But the mobility and orientation program is timetabled in our delivery here. And this is the program that teaches students how to navigate their space using a white cane, doing bus travel, doing shopping, everything concerning being able to lead an independent life.
Oh, so you prepare them for the world of life and work.
And we ensure that they are prepared for the tough world and ensure that they are prepared in such a manner that they can become tougher than the world. Yes, it is necessary because, of course, what exists, the external society.
And the level of cooperation I see displayed by the students towards each other struck me. Yeah, they were walking in groups for the most part, and those who were of less vision were being assisted.
That is partially because of our, of course, group cohesion we encourage, but we are a boarding institution. We're the only we're the only school for the blind in the country, and as of such, our students board. So they interact with each other more than the timetabled class time per se.
Yeah.
Yes, we do have a commuting population as well, but they spend a lot of time around each other. They do things. They play rough. They play football, cricket, all the extracurricular activities that you may find in the general school population.
Do you have students who reside on the campus?
Yes, we are a boarding institution. We're a boarding school, so 60% of our population boards.
Oh.
Right, because there's no other school for the blind in English-speaking Caribbean, save and except for possibly Bahamas. Right.
Okay. And you yourself is a past student?
I am.
How was that experience?
It was excellent.
Yeah?
I of course would have stayed here from grade 1 through to grade 6, after which I matriculated to the school that your founder, Wesley Powell, wanted to attend, Calabar High School. Yes.
Well, you jabbed me. Yes.
Then I spent 6 years on UW Mona campus pursuing a bachelor's and a master's degree in social work.
Okay.
Taylor Wright, of course.
Okay. And you're also blind?
I am totally blind.
Totally?
Yes. And I would have started my sojourn as guidance counselor here since 2015.
Okay, good. Well, thank you very much, Mr. Harvey. Yes?
My pleasure.
Good. Take
After
care.
so many years of listening, yes.
Yes, you do listen to
and
me.
avid.
Oh, thank you. All right, good. Time for the break.
My hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose, my steps were quick and light. And I held firm to what I felt was right, like a rock. Like a rock. I was strong as I could be, like a rock.
Come into the parlor, there's a welcome there for you.
Welcome to the Mayor's Parlor with Desmond McKenzie.
From 1 to 6 p.m. every Sunday, you'll now get more of your favorite vintage music.
Put your head on my shoulder.
Nationwide 90 FM will transform your Sunday into a musical time machine that will take you way back.
Come with me. Let's go back in time.
This magic moment.
Journey into yesteryear with Desmond McKenzie in the Mayor's Parlor.
I've got the music to jog your memory and make you smile.
Put your sweet lips a little closer to the phone.
Sit back, relax, and enjoy the best in vintage music.
Come into the Mayor's Parlor every Sunday between 1 and 6 p.m. here on Nationwide 90 FM, a revolution in media.
Cliff Hughes Online. Talk radio for all Jamaicans.
My hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose, my steps were quick and light. And I held firm to what I felt was right, like a rock. like a rock. I was strong as I could be.
Good morning once again. We're coming to you this morning from the Salvation Army School for the Blind on Mannings Hill Road in St. Andrew. We just heard from its guidance counselor, Sean Harvey, that it's one of a kind in the Caribbean, possibly only one other in the Commonwealth Caribbean in the Bahamas. And it was established in 1972. No?
1927.
1927?
Yeah.
Not 1972?
No.
I see the plaque there.
Yeah, we came here to this site.
Ah, you
Yes.
came to the site
Yes.
in 1972?
Yes.
Well, you've been around since 1920?
1927.
That's 96 years?
Yes. Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Who started it?
Salvation Army.
The Salvation
Yeah,
Army?
they established it. Far
Whoa.
back 1927.
That's almost 100 years
Yeah,
ago.
yeah.
And it now sits on, what's the size of the property?
Almost about 5 to 6 acres.
And it's now residential, I'm learning as well?
Yes, they have their training college, just a little bit after our school here, and they have children's home. They have old people's home, within the same compound.
And we're talking with the principal of the school, Mr. Aike Erari.
Yes, correct.
Yes? Mr. Aike Erari.
Yes.
And Mr. Erari, you've been here since?
Since 2000, but as the principal is 2003.
Uh-huh. Wow, and you don't sound like a Jamaican.
In fact, I am, but formerly from Nigeria.
Oh, you're originally from Nigeria?
Yeah.
Ah, good.
Yeah.
Well, you're Jamaican now?
Full Jamaican.
Full?
Yeah.
How do you find it here as principal? The challenges, the good moments, the bad moments, what gives you a lot of, motivation to get up and come here every morning?
Oh, the gentleman who just left.
Yes.
The guidance counselor.
Sean Harvey.
Yes, he was one of the first group of students I met far then. Whenever I see them, there's nothing that can compare to that.
Yeah.
When you see a child who is totally blind and you are able to lead the process, and that person has become a citizen who can contribute to the process of nation building, as many of them are doing now, what a great pleasure to do that.
Yeah.
That has been my strength. Sometimes, yes, you are down, but when you see them, you rise up again. That is great.
Right. And he is now the guidance counselor here.
Yes.
Yeah. And you have the kind of challenges that other guidance counselors, other schools have in Jamaica?
Yes, we do. Even more.
Oh, really?
The reason is this. Many times, parents of persons with visual impairment, significant number of them are not up to that level to understand that visual impairment can never prevent a child from attaining the best. What they do, some of them, is to just keep the child at home and take care of the child at home,
To hide them?
Yes. And this is very important, what I want to say now. When these children are born, some of them blind, or some of them thereafter, the psychosocial problem they inherit from that process. Many of the families are not able to put up the intervention to raise the level of that child.
Yeah.
So we get many of them with a lot of baggage of psychosocial problem. And that is what our guidance counselor has to deal with.
Give us an example of some of the baggage that you get.
Okay. First of all, that child might not even know the father. Many times, as soon as the father discovers that The child is blind. They left.
Gone.
Gone. It's left for the mom alone. But that is not even enough. That child is not likely to have early childhood education because he or she is blind.
Yes.
That child is not likely to be told why the reason he's not able to join his peers in playing football or cricket. And whenever they attempt to do this, you say, no, you can't do it. And nobody is able to explain why they can't do it. Some of them grapple with this problem. Only few are able to have the privilege of getting the intervention required to let them try.
Yeah.
And that psychosocial problem would manifest itself in the classroom in many ways.
Yeah. What's your carrying capacity here in terms of student enrollment?
Yes, we have the capacity can take up to about 130. Every year we run between that 130 and 115. Sometimes we get some of the students from the traditional high school through their medical assessment, high medical assessment, and they are brought here. And a few times we have admitted students from other Caribbean countries. Yes.
So the program that you do here, Mr. Harvey was telling me, you do, what was the word he used, a composite?
Composite, yeah.
Yes.
It means we have pre-primary school, equivalent of early childhood. We have primary education. We have secondary education. And we have vocational education.
Yes.
And we have 2 programs in addition to that. The integrated program. Through PEP, some of our students are placed in some of the traditional high school. And they would need support because the teachers they are meeting there and the student, the particular student would need the support to continue secondary education.
Yeah.
So we will go there to give this support. For example, the teacher is going to give a test or homework or an examination. We need to go there, collect the paper, put it in braille, and return it to the school.
Oh, you do that?
Yes. Then we need to go back again after the student has done the exam, collect the braille copy, transcribe it and put it in print, and return it to the teacher so that the teacher is able to assess the homework.
So how does that work for like the external exams, the CXE?
Yes, CXE have some provisions for them. One, they can use reader-writer. 2, they can have additional time. Yes, if, for example, I think it's every 15 minutes in every hour. Yeah. So those are the provisions made by CXE.
Right.
Then they are able to do their transcription on their own, but sometimes they make use of us too.
Okay. And Mr. Harvey was telling me you have some students who perform above the national average?
Oh, great. I have a particular teacher here. She's in charge of POB and office procedure for the past 7 or 10 years. It has always been 100% in those subjects.
Oh.
Or sometimes 90, 97 every year. Then at the primary level, sometimes we have those who exceed the expectation. And same way, we have some of them way below that expectation.
Yes.
Because the various materials they would need, I'll give you a good example. This is your first time in our school.
Not in the school. In the school, this part of the building.
Okay,
I've been elsewhere on the property.
Good. For the first time when you were coming, you could see some landmarks to say, oh, yeah, and that will click in your head. My students, they don't have that opportunity to say. Or let me start from the basics. A child who is blind is born today. Within few weeks or 2 weeks, you carry that child and you smile. You see the child will smile back to you. Our students, they don't have that privilege. They will not see you smile. And that is the beginning of education.
Yes.
The ability to see the adult smile and he or
That's
she
where communication begins.
Exactly. So that delay process
Yes.
is very, very challenging.
Yeah.
So we'll have to, start right from the beginning, try to raise that standard. So because of that, sometimes the expectation is not as high as we may want it.
Mr. Erari, I want to ask you, how are you able to maintain the cleanliness of such a big property? I noticed there's no strewn garbage, there's no litter, you don't see nobody, or the kids, with so many children, you don't see them dropping the garbage, the place clean. How you manage? What happens there?
Good question. Every visitor we have, they always ask that question.
It is so striking.
Yeah, it has become something natural to us. I have to give credit to Salvation Army. They give us the very best property. Our cleaners, I always tell them that's my favorite department in the school.
Yes.
They are very good.
Wow. Yes, I want to publicly big them up.
Yes, and the groundsmen,
Yes.
they are hardworking.
Your field, when I went to the field and look at it, I said, but wait. Yeah, the corridors, clean. Yeah. So the kids don't drop what they eat? No?
Not at all. So it has become something that every one of them is used to.
Very good. Very good.
Yes.
We need you to be in charge of public cleansing in Jamaica and the workers here.
I think the credit should go much more to the workers.
Yes, we need them.
Yes.
Well. Thank you very much, Mr. Principal.
You are welcome.
Yes, and keep on doing what you're doing and your team here.
Thank you.
Yes?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yes.
Good. Time for the break.
My hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose, my steps were quick and light.
Clearing personal, non-commercial shipments at the port? Avoid the wait. Request a contactless clearance through your agent today. It's more efficient. It's secure. The time by the Jamaica Customs Agency is
19 minutes after 11.
Recycling Partners of Jamaica. Yeah, we got to make a change, and we have to do it now, can't wait for later. We put plastic in its place, and we all can agree that will be safer than in the gullies and in the drains. Recycling Partners of Jamaica. We put plastic in its place, yeah, the place of the clean. PET, the top of the ethylene. HDPE, buckle up against screen. Baby to granny, everybody roping. Yeah, we got to go green, you know what I mean. See the sign from the bin, if we drop it in through car window, you flick, that's another thing. And we don't want no garbage in this game. No, we handle it and bug them, I know the same. So listen up, Jamaica, I'm saying it's time to make a change. Recycling Partners of Jamaica. We put plastic in its place, and we all can agree that will be safer than in the gullies in the heavy rains. Recycling Partners of Jamaica. We put plastic in its place.
Get ready to kickstart your investment journey with Express Catering Limited, with bonds starting as low as $100. Express Catering Limited, in partnership with its lead broker Mayberry Investments Limited, has launched their groundbreaking $10 million bond raise initiative, the first of its kind in Jamaica. Contact your investment advisor or visit successwithexpressja.com for more information and to get started today. Enjoy Success with Express.
The other day, me at the supermarket buying some groceries. When me reach the cashier, she say, "Cash our card." Me look at her and say, "Cash give you travel points. Cash give you cash back. Cash give you rewards. Lady no must card. I pay for everything with my Sagicor Bank credit card. Grocery, gas, bills. Cause when you use your card, you get your reward."
Sir, stop all up the line.
Sorry, miss. Earn the best rewards ever with Sagicor Bank credit cards. Visit sagicor.com to apply today. Conditions apply.
Cliff Hughes Online. Talk radio for all Jamaicans.
My hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose, my steps were quick and light. And I held firm to what I felt was right, like a rock. Like a rock. I was strong as I could be, like a rock. Nothing ever got to me, like a rock. I was something to see, like a rock. And I stood arrow straight, unencumbered by the weight of all these hustlers and their schemes. I stood proud, I stood tall, high above it all. I still believed in my dreams.
Welcome back to Cliff Hughes Online. We are here at the Salvation Army School for the Blind on Mannings Hill Road. The occasion in observation of Digicel's 22nd anniversary in Jamaica. The Digicel Foundation is making a donation of several Braille machines to the school, right? And the Braille machines are well needed. It's part of the essential toolkit for the education of children who are blind and visually impaired. And they say Braille is knowledge, and of course, knowledge is power, right? We are going to be joined now by the Sales Executive Director of CSG Systems International. Yes? And she is Ariadne.
Oh, you can say Addie.
Addie,
Yeah.
yes. Morgan. Addie Morgan. So, Ms. Morgan.
Yes.
CSG International.
Yeah.
What is that about?
Well, CSG is a global company that is focused on business support systems for telecommunication companies mostly, but we also serve the banking industry, the healthcare industry, and so forth. So we have a series of companies around the world that we service. So we're a multinational corporation headquarters in Denver.
Oh, so how did you get involved with this initiative?
That is so good that you ask. We currently are a partner to Digicel in different projects that we do, and we have been a partner to Digicel for many, many years. In part of that process and in conversations crossing the corridors with Charmaine and Steppa, we had discussed different initiatives, and they brought this up to me about the Braille event, and we immediately jumped on it. My company is really big on initiatives that help the community, because we believe in enriching our people, the culture, the technology. And in that process, we wanted to partner with the foundation to get this done. So,
good.
very
So
happy.
you're providing the financing or what?
We are actually sponsoring. We're gold sponsors with 10 Braille machines that we have provided for this event. Yeah.
That's good.
Yes, very
Good.
happy.
So you're down here for it?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, how is the experience so far?
Oh, it's awesome. I'm always in Jamaica, but
Oh, you're
for
Jamaican?
work. No, I'm not. My grandfather is Jamaican, but I come here to do work for Digicel. But this particular trip is really specially just for this event.
Yeah, and we want to say thanks.
No, thank you for having us.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you're based in Denver, headquartered
Our
in
headquarters in Denver.
Yeah.
We have. We're a large company. We're about almost 6,000 employees worldwide. We are heavily centered in the side of the world as well. And obviously, we are very committed to the Caribbean, and we've been doing business in the Caribbean probably since 1999. So we've been here for a while. Yeah.
Good. Thank you very much, Addie Morgan.
No, thank you. I appreciate the time.
Good. Take care of yourself.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Addie Morgan is the Sales Executive Director of CSG Systems International. We're going to take a break and come back with more of your calls.
My hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose, my steps were quick and light. And I held firm to what I felt was right, like a rock, like a rock. I was strong as I could be, like a rock. Nothing ever got to me, like a rock. I was something to see, like a rock. And I stood arrow straight, unencumbered by the weight of all these hustlers and their schemes. I stood proud, I stood tall, high above it all. I still believed in my dreams.
Get connected to a deal you love this Valentine's with Flow. Sign up for Flow Yard and Road for the extra special price of only $3,999 plus GCT and get a free Samsung phone. Make a love connection and show how much you care. Visit discoverflow.co or Flow Store today. Conditions apply.
Love me, pamper me, spa with me at Adam and Eve Day Spa. Book your couple's getaway today. Give the gift of a spa certificate or products packaged with love. Enjoy Oasis of Love, Unite the Flame, or Love Me, Spoil Me packages. We're open on Valentine's Day for reservations only. So reserve now at adamandevespaja.com or call 876-754-6017. Indulge in love with Team Adam and Eve Spa. The couple that spa together stays together.
There's a whole barrage of righteous youth out there.
Reggae Month takes to the stage at Island Village in Ocho Rios this Saturday, February 10, 8 p.m. with young reggae ambassadors in Ocho Rios. Come see the next generation of reggae stars on stage with special guest Richie Spice.
No, we never gonna stop. No way.
Island Village, Ocho Rios, Saturday, February 10, 8 p.m. Admission free.
Studying overseas? Contact Versan Educational Services Kingston, Montego Bay, or New York office at 876-755-2187 or read the Wednesday blog at www.versan.org for more information. The time by Versan, VES is best, is
11:30.
Our phone numbers are 630-9371, 630-9372, 630-9373, 630-9374, and 618-8255.
My hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose, my steps were quick and light. And I held firm to what I felt was right, like a rock, like a rock. I was strong as I could be, like a rock. Nothing ever got to me.
Welcome back, welcome back. Welcome back. It's all about what's happening here at the Salvation Army School for the Blind at Mannings Hill Road. Yes. We have a call on the line now. Billboard, good morning.
Good morning to you, Professor.
Good morning, sir. I don't know why you must do that to me.
I cannot help it.
My name is Cliff.
Yeah, but I cannot help it. I feel vindicated when, if that's the right word, help me.
Yes?
I remember in about August or September last year, I told you that the People's National Party heads was packed. We need some dunce bags that they were selling at the time. You remember that time?
Yeah?
Okay. I felt so vindicated when I heard the Minister of Justice use the same word on them this week. I say this to say because how dunce can they be to pull ads from your station? This is not personal. The best talk show station in the island, as a matter of fact, in the Caribbean. And you pull your hand from them?
When did they do that?
Listen to me, please. They are an oppressive group of people. And I would not want a government formed by them to lead me. They are showing how oppressive they are in these things. And they don't realize that they look dunce. I get very emotional when it comes to these things because listen to me, if I talk labor, I might look labor, but at the same time I want a country that is run by not one party. And it's hard to think that they could even be a good opposition. They're not even portraying themselves as a good opposition. It's funny that I heard you interviewed a young lady. I think I got it late. She's the Deputy General Secretary of the party. And she played a reverse show and Mr. Chuck with the same Dodge business, whatever the argument was about. But she did it so smooth. You want the people like those are in the party.
Yes.
You get me?
Yes.
I
get the point. I get the point.
She was so intelligent in her dismissing Mr. Chuck.
You're talking that was the Deputy General Secretary Nikisha Birchall.
Right. But so far, every single one of those that comes to the leadership position has shown up themselves. Here what they call it, the Jamaica Young Police blogger. I hate to hear, he described them, but I mean, if you listen to him and penetrate how they hack, you cannot differentiate yourself from what he's saying. There are a cultist group of people. And Bossman, listen to me. Alan Magnus died, and his after him didn't get all them accolades. You are getting it while you're alive. You are superbly blessed. Take it. Enjoy.
Thank you, sir.
Enjoy. And at the same time, don't miss your step. Because if you miss your step, I'm going to tell you missing your step.
Of course.
I will be the first one after bringing you from so long as my little schoolboy. Till you become teacher, principal, professor, and you have a doctorate now.
Oh, Lord. Billboard, come back.
Enjoy.
You know, I have nothing else to talk to me about today.
No, I just want to talk about the People's National Party, how oppressive they are. They are an oppressive group of people. And as I say, they only make themselves look. So apart from the diehard, they are making themselves look more stupid out to people like me.
Okay.
You get me?
Yes, sir.
And I'm watching the poll because I know when it comes down to crunch time, I'm going to win. Everybody will make it win. I bet it's some people, you know. Because sometimes I people with me, you know. As a matter of fact, I'm still being the billboard because people still kind of cost me still. But I don't feel no mind.
I hear you.
I have some better them start mouth me yesterday about all the polls. They are telling them it's when the final strokes come now, we settle down for make a central reach like 75, 80. That's the time I'm going to stroke the ball off my pad with you. So
All right, Billboard. Take care. Good. Chris, good morning.
Morning, Mr. Hughes. Morning.
Morning, sir.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you the morning after?
I am wonderful. I have
Yes?
seen in my 50 years on earth, I think the only day that would have been better than the day I saw yesterday would be the day I was born.
Oh?
It was a
What?
beautiful day in politics.
Okay.
There were a few hiccups in terms of incidents on the street. We heard one young lady had an accident, but outside of that, I think it was a good look.
Yes?
It was a good look for our democracy, and more so, it was a good look for the Jamaica Labour Party. 229 candidates who were nominated to be elected.
Mm-hmm.
You were on the ground yesterday, Cliff. I realized that you had teams in St. James spanning all over the country. What was your view? What's your view on it?
Well, the day went well. Yes, it was a good show for the Jamaican democracy. Yeah. Many countries, many people across the world don't have the luxury, the privilege that we have, where we have two robust, competitive political parties who can freely organize, assemble, and compete for state power. Yeah, people who have programs like these, yeah, where we can speak our mind, yes, without being shut up or shot or thrown into jail. Yes, sir. It was a good look.
And I think a lot of people, Cliff, take this for granted and not realizing that this is something that people fought long and hard for, and sometimes it irks me when I hear people say, look, I'm not going to vote, and I said, look, you don't understand.
Chris, we're at the Salvation Army School at the Open Door Foundation, Digicel Foundation ceremony, and the keynote presentation has started with the Minister of Education. Can you call us back a little later? Let us take Minister Williams. Thank you.
Will do. Yes, sir.
But I want to specially recognize our Permanent Secretary, Mrs. Colette Risden from the Ministry of Labor and Social Security. And in particular, I want to recognize her because when I go back to the ministry, she will be my first call to ensure that all the children here who need to be on path will be on path and getting lunches at school. I want to recognize as well Digicel, and to say, Digicel, you can call me to follow you wherever you go. Because you're always, you're a big sponsor of education, and we appreciate that. Let me recognize as well Terry Carell. Yes, Open Doors, thank you for the work that you do. Of course, here at the Salvation Army School for the Blind and Visually Impaired Children, let me acknowledge as well the principal, the staff, teachers, students. Give them a round of applause. And to say to the principal, I took copious notes. But in fact, I was thinking maybe I should just ask you for your speech because it's all listed there, right? The need for a vehicle, electrical wiring, four house parents, 2 teachers, 2 caregivers, boarding house, 2 nurses. I recognize the need, and I know you spoke to the 2009 reclassification efforts. I will look into that because my understanding is that this school is a government school, right? And the government currently provides almost $40 million, but obviously there are needs in addition to those. And so I commit to working with you. I know off the bat the electrical wiring that you mentioned for $1.6 million shouldn't break the budget at the Ministry of Education and Youth. So that is something we will put on our electrical wiring program at the ministry. And but beyond that, I think it's worthy of having a more fulsome communication with you, because you know we have a special needs unit at the ministry, and we want to ensure that they are adequately serving the needs here. I know that as it relates to technology, we have been providing support there through e-learning and so on. But again, I say we recognize the needs that you have on the ground and are committed to ensuring that we begin that process to addressing those needs. Okay. And with that, let me recognize all the distinguished ladies and gentlemen who are here this morning, and to say how happy I am to be here with Digicel and the Open Door Foundation for the handover of these Braille machines this morning. Your courage in facing challenges head-on is an inspiration to all of us. Today we gather for a purpose that resonates deeply with the core values of compassion and inclusivity. The Salvation Army School for the Blind is undeniably a beacon of hope, providing not just education, but also ensuring support to blind and visually impaired students. I have to admit that I was deeply moved by the words of the principal, who likened a Braille machine to a pen or pencil for a sighted child. And this analogy perfectly encapsulates the significance of providing assistance, providing the essential tools and resources to our students who are visually impaired. These Braille machines, we know now, if we didn't, are not just devices. They symbolize access, empowerment, and equality. They're also a testament to our steadfast belief in the potential of every child, regardless of their abilities or circumstances. I'm also deeply moved by the collective effort that has brought us together. To the 35 sponsors who have generously contributed to the campaign that has provided Braille machines to this institution, I extend my heartfelt gratitude. Your commitment to making a tangible difference in the lives of these extraordinary students is commendable. You heard the story from Digicel this morning as to where they started in terms of embarking on getting these machines. And I am thrilled when I heard that they have exceeded their own expectations. Thank you, Jamaica. Thank you again to all the sponsors. So today we celebrate the acquisition of the Braille machines, a truly magnificent achievement that will undoubtedly transform the educational experience and opportunities for the students here at the Salvation Army School for the Blind. And as we celebrate this milestone, we must also look to the future. The Ministry of Education and Youth remains resolute in its commitment to children with special needs. As we embark on the second phase of the Transforming Education for National Development trend, we reaffirm our dedication to creating an inclusive education system that caters to the diverse needs of all learners. And for us, inclusion is not just a buzzword, it is a fundamental principle that guides our efforts towards building a brighter future for Jamaica. And that is also the tagline for our Transforming Education for National Development program. Every child deserves the opportunity to learn, grow, and succeed. And this morning, we see this as our collective responsibility to ensure that no one is left behind. So again, I mentioned the special education unit that we have at the ministry to ensure that our special needs schools have a specific department at the ministry. And principal, I would implore you, if you do not already, to ensure that you constantly are speaking with them so that they know the needs and can advocate as well for you, in the whole budget process. But having said that and having heard your list, you can rest assured that now I am sensitive and sensitized to all the needs that you will begin to see just more attention for school, yes. Again, this school exemplifies the spirit of resilience and determination that defines our nation. Today, as we witness the impact of our collective efforts, let us be reminded of the power of unity and collaboration, building for all of you and our special needs communities. Together, I firmly believe we can overcome any obstacle and create a world where every child has the opportunity to thrive. I would like once again to express my heartfelt gratitude to everyone who has played a part in making this day possible. Your generosity, your compassion, your dedication serve as an inspiration to all of us. Let us continue to work together towards a future where every child can reach their full potential, regardless of the challenge that they face. Thank you so much, and we look forward to continue working with you to ensure that our children here are well provided for. Thank you so much.
Favor Williams, the Minister of Education, giving the keynote presentation here this morning. Time for the break.
My hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose.
Furnitureland at 112 Constant Spring Road is Jamaica's premier furniture retailer when searching for stylish and elegant pieces for your home. The time by Furnitureland is
12 minutes to noon.
Get ready to kickstart your investment journey with Express Catering Limited, with bonds starting as low as $100. Express Catering Limited, in partnership with its lead broker Mayberry Investments Limited, has launched their groundbreaking $10 million bond raise initiative, the first of its kind in Jamaica. Contact your investment advisor or visit successwithexpressja.com for more information and to get started today. Enjoy Success with Express.
The following is a paid announcement by the Jamaica Labour Party.
Jamaican people, JLP say building time. Anything less, we not pay them no mind. Building for you and your community. We will build up Jamaica by supporting good policies, yeah. Build a better life for you and for me. We'll keep building Jamaica. So vote for the JLP, yeah. Jamaica is a blessed island, and JLP are on a ceaseless mission of development all over the nation. Them upgrading the markets and fire stations. They build the most roadways for we drive on, more than any government before on the island. Them build parks in the communities with better facilities, with the children play fun with you.
The proceeding was a paid announcement by the Jamaica Labour Party.
Our phone numbers are 630-9371, 630-9372, 630-9373, 630-9374, and 618-8255.
hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright.
Okay, 11 minutes going up to noon. Let's go back to the phones now. CJ, good morning.
Good morning. CJ, is it, Mr. Hughes?
Yes, CJ.
Mr. Hughes, long time I don't call you, but you're hard to get to. Why is the JLP surprised with the poll finding, although the poll finding is not in concrete? That has always been the case with Jamaica. One party steady the ship, build the economy little, and the next one come and distribute it. That's the norm.
So
why the surprise? And the JLP has never been able to sell themselves. Why?
Which poll findings they're surprised by? Which one?
Repeat that.
Which of the poll findings does the JLP find surprising?
That majority of people from the poll is saying that this country is going in the wrong direction.
Oh, do you hear the JLP say they found that surprising?
Mr. Chang sound surprised?
No, sir.
Yes, man, Mr. Chang. Based on his conversation, Mr. Chang sound surprised and saying that the people should see. And this administration, after Gilbert, Seaga did a very good job to rebuild Jamaica. And him take it easy. Him claims him feel him never have a campaign for the election 1989, the 9th of February. Sweetheart take it from him. The JLP always do this. The JLP only sell themselves months before election or weeks before election. I don't know why them always do it.
Mm-hmm. They're not as good at campaigning as the PNP has. Traditionally, the PNP has been better at the politicking and the campaigning. They tend to focus more on government and governance and
managing.
Yes, and forgetting the party machine and the party base and the politics, not recognizing that without you winning the politics, you can't govern.
You can't govern for sure.
Mm-hmm. Historically, from I've been watching it, yes, that is a fair assessment. The PNP has been better at sustained campaigning and advocacy, while the JLP tends to focus on managing the economy. Managing and not paying much attention to the politics and political communication and organization. Yeah?
Because
Mr. CJ,
mm-hmm.
I recall after the March 2001 by-election in 2000 in Northeast St. Shaini Robinson, when it became very clear to the then PNP President and Prime Minister P.J. Patterson and to much of the country that after 12, 13 years in government, they were beginning to slip politically. Yes? And what did P.J. Patterson do? You remember? He pulled Maxine Henry Wilson and Dr. Paul Robertson from the cabinet.
Mm-hmm.
Right? He pulled them from the cabinet and told them that, listen, go back to 89 Old Hope Road. Yes? Go back to 89 Old Hope Road to get the party ready to hold on to state power. Yes? I wonder who in the JLP would be prepared to do that now. Yes? I get the impression that they wouldn't be prepared to do that because the trappings of ministerial office and power
Thank you very much.
mean too much to them without them realizing that without a party that is effective and running well, there's no government.
No matter the good ideas you have.
You hear labor rights complain to me, privately, they won't say it publicly, that the party has not paid enough attention to maintaining the political organization and paying attention to its political imperatives. Well, let us see come February 26th, based on what happens.
The last election I called you and I told you that Mr. Bunting would have lost the seat.
Mm-hmm.
You said that it was impossible. Well, from my observation, the PMP, if the JLP win this local election, they will only scrape through. It's not what they expect.
Uh-huh.
They will
So
only
what is
scrape
your-
through.
All right, so what is your prediction now? Going on the record now.
I've been busy, so I don't get to study it the right way apart from driving around and working from parish to parish.
Uh-huh.
But even yesterday I went in Holaba, and I was surprised to see the support in Holaba town
For
the PMP. I can feel the PMP on the ground.
Yes.
I don't know if they can turn it into vote, as you have said, but I can feel the PMP energy on the ground. I'm not feeling the Labour Party energy apart from where the Prime Minister is.
Mm-hmm.
And like Montego Bay, I think they pay special attention to Montego Bay. So there's a little more energy
Uh-huh.
in Montego Bay.
Yes.
But I'm not feeling the JLP on the ground. You see the crowd, but to me, they're just going along.
Mm-hmm.
Not feeling it.
Yes.
And something is, even Mandeville, I think Rhoda Crawford is paying special attention to Mandeville too.
Mm-hmm.
You can see the energy in Mandeville. I saw that.
Yes.
But apart from the crowd, with I said Montego Bay, Rhoda Crawford, and wherever the Prime Minister go.
Mm-hmm.
And not see, even St. Thomas and Portland.
Yes.
Yeah, which is supposed to be vibrant, despite the record. Based on what the JLP is doing out there.
Yes.
You're not seeing that. You're not getting that energy on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Something is wrong. And Mr. Holness, something is wrong. I am, as I told you before, I am coming from the days of Japanese. Mr. Holness. Mr. Holness, I don't think you're as comfortable as your party is telling you.
No.
And it's not a good sign for the general election.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely not a good sign. You need to stay in touch with your grassroots, and you need to sell yourself. Don't think you're doing things and people feel say, yes, it's people doing this, or is the JLP doing this. You need to tell them. Even in your house.
Yes,
Even
sir.
in your house, you're doing something. You have to pull on your foot and make it. Yeah, man, I'm doing this. You can't just do it and assume that people, they will take it for granted, naturally.
I said it last week, and some of them rushed me. The energy is with the PNP base, not the JLP base.
Not with the JLP.
Yes. All right, time for the midday news. Time for the midday news, sir.
Okay,
Thank you.
Okay.
All right. We have to take the break. Time for the world at noon. We'll be back at 12:30.
My hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose, my steps were quick and light. And I held firm to what I felt was right, like a rock. Like a rock. I was strong as I could be, like a rock. Nothing ever got to me, like a rock. I was something to see, like a rock. And I stood arrow straight, unencumbered by the weight of all these hustlers and their schemes. I stood proud, I stood tall, high above it all. I still believed in my dreams.
You're listening to Nationwide 90 FM. The time is
12 o'clock.
It's credible and factual. The World at Noon on Nationwide 90 FM.
Good afternoon, I'm Robeanne Williams. Coming up in the Nationwide World at Noon for today, Friday, February 9, 2024. More than 60% of Jamaicans have a negative view of the performance of the JCF. That's according to the latest nationwide Blue Dot polls powered by Total Tools. A JLP supporter lost a portion of her leg in motor vehicle crash near the Yallis Primary School in St. Thomas on nomination day. And the PNP is expressing sorrow about the incident which led to the female JLP supporter injured. In regional news, Haiti's Prime Minister calls for calm as thousands protest demanding his resignation. In international news, rival parties each claim advantage as count continues in the Pakistan election. And in the sports report, experts agree Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce's legacy is set as she prepares to walk away from the sport after the Paris Olympics. That should be Paris Olympics. The details after the break.
The Midday News is brought to you by Total Tools. We almost always have it.
If it's news, it's got to be Nationwide 90 FM.
The Nationwide Blue Dot polls, powered by Total Tools. Total Tools, they almost always have it.
More than 60% of Jamaicans have a negative view of the performance of the country's police force. 64% of them say the force has not gotten better at solving crime. That's according to the latest nationwide Blue Dot polls powered by Total Tools. The results come the same day it was revealed that 90% of Jamaicans view crime as their top concern. Ricardo Brooks reports.
Despite a string of high-profile arrests, noticeable improvements in disrupting gangs, getting guns, a reduction in murder, and greater use of technology in the Jamaica Constabulary Force, Jamaicans remain largely unimpressed. In fact, a majority of them don't believe the JCF has improved at all. Blue Dot pollsters asked 1,878 registered voters whether they believe the country's premier crime-fighting force has gotten better at solving crime. 64% said no. Only 38% responded in the affirmative. When asked whether they believe the JCF had improved its communication with the public, 64% said no. Only 36% said yes. When asked whether they saw any improvement in the service delivery of the police force over the last 5 years, 53% said no. 47% indicated they had seen an improvement. Interestingly, voters who identified themselves as PNP supporters appeared to have less faith in the police. In some cases, PNP supporters were 20 percentage points less likely to have faith in the capacity of Jamaica's police force. 68% of self-identified PNP supporters believe the police had not improved in solving crime. That's compared to the 48% of JLP supporters who said yes. 67% of PNP-leaning supporters said they believed the police had not improved its communication with the public. This is compared to 44% of JLP supporters who gave the opposite response. 61% of JLP supporters say the police have improved their service delivery to the public, while 61% of PNP supporters say no. The leadership of the People's National Party has been highly critical of the police commissioner, Major General Anthony Anderson. The opposition has also called into question the accuracy of official police crime statistics. The nationwide Blue Dot poll was conducted between January 19 and February 6. It has a margin of error of plus or minus 2.25%. Ricardo Brooks for Nationwide News.
The Nationwide Blue Dot polls, powered by Total Tools. Total Tools, they almost always have it.
Meanwhile, public commentator Sewell Anglin says a culture of fear continues to drive the concerns Jamaicans have about crime.
Just knowing about your everyday life, how you share these kinds of things, and how it generally creates a culture of fear that people have. So even if, I've never experienced any kind of violence in my life, just because of the proximity that I have to these kinds of news, it almost makes me feel like I have experienced something like this before. And I think largely that is what is happening in the country. Like we see it in the polls, a lot of people have said, maybe I've never experienced it, or maybe I just know somebody that has experienced this. But because of this, it makes me feel this way. And I think that feeling is justified.
More than 70% of respondents expressed concern about their safety on Jamaica's streets. And while 85% of them have not personally been a victim of crime, 49% knew someone who has been a victim. Ms. Anglin says it will take a collective effort to build a culture of hope and positivity.
Back in the day, like it was just the running joke of a crime happening here that the criminals are in nearby bushes. Now, something happened on Monday, by about Wednesday here, something in a press release coming out saying that we have this person of interest, and maybe by the weekend, there's an arrest made. So we know that good things are happening. A lot of the long-term investments that have been placed in national security we're seeing being paid off. But I think generally there's just a culture of fear across the society that people have because of all these gruesome kind of things that we're hearing. And I think it's going to take a collective effort by the government as well as private sector, human rights activists, everybody in society to really come together, and we have to start working on intentionally changing the narrative and trying to build a culture of hope and positivity.
Sewell Anglin, public commentator. And public commentator Howard Mitchell says a national mobilization is needed to re-engineer Jamaica into a kinder and gentler society.
We have to start, first of all, in the schools with our young people and attempt to change the mindset because of the trauma that we suffer. Many of us suffer coming up in life, the malnourishment that we have suffered, the physical abuse, the culture of physical abuse in our parental and social circumstances, and the anger of our language. We have to have a national effort to make this place a kinder, gentler Jamaica.
Howard Mitchell, public commentator. A JLP supporter lost a portion of her left leg in a motor vehicle crash in the vicinity of Yallas Primary School in St. Thomas on Nomination Day. The woman, Anne-Marie Bruce, was traveling in a motorcade when the incident happened. Her leg was severed at the knee. The Member of Parliament for West St. Thomas, James Robertson, says Miss Bruce is out of surgery and in good spirits.
Miss Anne-Marie Bruce went into surgery yesterday. I got a call at about 7:38 to say that she came out. The doctors had already told me that they were able to stabilize her. That would have been from approximately 4 or 5 o'clock. We were able to get in touch with all her family members, son, daughter, mainly. There's 1 or 2 of her children that I have not met or spoken to since the accident. I spoke to her this morning. She sounded very, very strong and in good spirits.
In a video circulating on social media, people can be seen using a piece of cloth as a bandage to help stop the bleeding. Mr. Robertson is commending those who assisted Miss Bruce.
The young people that were there, we will have to find them for recognition. The gentlemen and the ladies who gave her the attention immediately have to be commended and singled out. The doctors have indicated what they did was just brilliant work to get her about a 10-mile drive to the hospital at a time where the roads were very blocked and congested in many directions.
That is James Robertson, MP for St. Thomas Western, speaking with Nationwide News. Meanwhile, the PNP is expressing profound sorrow about the incident which led to the female JLP supporter losing the lower part of her left leg. PNP candidate for the Cedar Valley Division in Western St. Thomas, Sandra Anderson, extended heartfelt sympathies to the woman. In a statement on Friday, Ms. Anderson took the opportunity to also call for unity and compassion. She says despite political differences, PNP supporters should join hands and rally behind the injured JLP supporter. Ms. Anderson says humanity should always prevail over partisan lines. In the meantime, she says this unfortunate incident serves as a stark reminder of the uncertainties and unexpected challenges inherent in election campaigns. Ms. Anderson says the incident underscores the crucial need for heightened safety precautions to ensure the well-being and security of all participants in the political process. An aspiring independent candidate was rejected at the Eastern Hanover Nomination Center on Thursday. 40-year-old Akif Gokul was the first person to enter the nomination center at the Sandy Bay Community Center when it opened at 10 a.m. But he was turned away by returning officer Hermina Buckner, who advised him that his name was not on any of the voters' list in the parish. Mr. Gokul tried to argue about his constitutional rights. He says his address was Round Hill Estate in Eastern Hanover, but the returning officer insisted his name was not on the list. Gokul did not have a voter's ID and had never been registered. He was advised to lodge a complaint with the Electoral Commission of Jamaica's regional office in St. James. The St. Elizabeth Parish Court has ordered the forfeiture of just over $2 million taken from a farmer in the parish. The Financial Investigations Division, FID, says $2,065,000 were ordered forfeited to the Crown by Parish Judge Mrs. D. Lawrence Pivot on January 25. This is under Section 79 of the Proceeds of Crime Act, POCA. The money and an illegal firearm were seized during a targeted police operation at the residence of Bergs Clark, a farmer in Broadleaf District in St. Elizabeth, on March 1, 2022. Clark was charged with breaches of the Firearms Act and the cash seized under POCA. Clark claimed the money was proceeds from the sale of agricultural products, including pineapples, pumpkins, and marijuana. But he failed to substantiate his statement with evidence or provide the name of any buyer. Representatives from the Cannabis Licensing Authority confirmed that Mr. Clark had not been issued a license or any authorization for the cultivation or sale of marijuana. Director of the FID's Legal Services Branch, Courtney Smith, has hailed the ruling.
The FID presented compelling evidence at a default hearing through 3 Crown witnesses. This resulted in the final ruling by the court. This forfeiture is a testament to the diligent efforts of the Jamaican law enforcement and judicial system in combating illegal activities and upholding the rule of law. There is an upward trend in the number of cases being investigated and brought before the courts for breaches of the Proceeds of Crime Act. Jamaica's law enforcement capacity and dedication to detect, investigate, and prosecute POCA-related breaches are constantly being improved. Jamaicans are therefore being encouraged to channel their energy and creativity into productive, legitimate business ventures.
Courtney Smith, the director of the Legal Services Branch at the FID. Another 88 youth have successfully completed their studies at the Amber Heart Academy. In a statement on Thursday, the Amber Group says the young talents have been meticulously trained in mobile application development, cybersecurity, data analytics, and web application development. The completion of the program grants them a certificate from the vaunted National Council on Technical and Vocational Education and Training. The training program was conceived and developed by the Amber Group's specialist team in collaboration with international experts. Founder and CEO of the Amber Group, Ambassador Dushyant Savadia, called the initiative a sound investment transforming and impacting the youth of Jamaica. Dr. Tanisha Ingleton, Managing Director of Heart NSTA Trust, also lauded the Amber Heart Academy as the pinnacle of technical education excellence. To regional news now, Haitian Prime Minister Ariel Henry has called for calm in the country following 3 days of violent protests. Thousands of Haitians gathered daily this week in cities and towns to demand the Prime Minister's resignation. They've used tree branches, dilapidated cars, and burning tires to block roads as some crowds attacked businesses and government buildings, leading to clashes with police who fired tear gas and live bullets. The demonstrations forced at least 1,000 schools across Haiti to temporarily close, as well as banks, government agencies, and private businesses. In a public address on Thursday, Prime Minister Henry called on Haitians to come together to save Haiti. In other news, votes are being counted in Thursday's general election in Pakistan. The elections was marred by the suspension of mobile phone services and violent unrest. Independents linked to ex-Prime Minister Imran Khan hold the highest number of seats. But three former leader, Nawaz Sharif, has claimed his party, the PMLN, is the largest. Neither group appears to be on course to win a clear majority. That's it for local, regional, and international news. Sports is next.
The Midday News was brought to you by Total Tools. We almost always have it.
On Monday, February 26, 2024, the country will go to the polls to vote in the local government elections. The battle between the two main political parties, plus ambitious smaller parties, and a clutch of independents will be pitched in 228 divisions across the island. Andrew Holness and the JLP say they've done enough to be given a new term in charge of local governments. But Mark Golding and the PNP say time come to send the Labourites packing. What will influence your decision? Who'll get your vote? Nobody in Jamaica covers politics better than Nationwide 90 FM, and your revolution in media will be at it again for the local polls. It's the Labourites versus the Comrades, February 26. Which side are you bring?
Catch the E-Zone with me, the Stinger Honeybee, alongside
Kareem Boy Ting.
As we turn up the heat in the street.
New show.
New vibes.
Same us.
Same us.
Monday to Friday, 3 to 5 p.m.
Right here on Nationwide 90 FM.
We'll bring you entertainment news.
We'll take away your Monday blues.
You don't want to miss a week with us.
We'll talk health.
Well,
jump into the mix.
Or the hot seat.
Don't miss the brain buster.
Or the crazy giveaways.
I mean, is this planet Earth?
Is it?
I don't know. Let me check. Either way, it's got a buzz.
And a bug, I think.
Ow.
Come into the parlor, there's a welcome there for you.
Welcome to the Mayor's Parlor with Desmond McKenzie.
From 1 to 6 p.m. every Sunday, you'll now get more of your favorite vintage music.
Put your head on my shoulder.
Nationwide 90 FM will transform your Sunday into a musical time machine that will take you way back.
Come with me. Let's go back in time.
This magic moment.
Journey into yesteryear with Desmond McKenzie in the Mayor's Parlor.
I've got the music to jog your memory and make you smile.
Put your sweet lips a little closer to the phone.
Sit back, relax, and enjoy the best in vintage music.
Come into the Mayor's Parlor every Sunday between 1 and 6 p.m. here on Nationwide 90 FM, a revolution in media.
From the Nationwide News Network, comprehensive, up-to-the-minute local and international sports news, this is the Nationwide Sports at Noon.
Hello, good afternoon, and welcome to your midday sports report here on Nationwide 90 FM. I'm Wayne Walker. The Supreme Court this morning ruled in favor of the decision made by the board of the Jamaica Football Federation not to grant affiliate status to the Pat Garrell-led Beach Soccer Jamaica. The court denied the application for the continuation of the temporary injunction of the election on the basis that Beach Soccer Jamaica failed to establish that they were members or affiliate of the JFF, and as such, there was no serious issue to be tried by the court. The JFF Voting Congress was originally scheduled for Racines High School in Hanover on January 14. However, it was postponed for 28 days after President of Beach Soccer Jamaica, Pat Garrell, filed an application in the Supreme Court seeking an order to compel the JFF to allow Beach Soccer to participate in the upcoming election of officers as the entity representing beach football in Jamaica. Michael Ricketts is president of the federation, and he says they've been vindicated.
We were always very confident that we would be vindicated because, we were above board, we were transparent, we did everything that the Constitution said that we ought to have done. And it was a constitutional process. We didn't breach any statutes, any articles. We did what was correct and what we ought to have done. So I was pretty confident. I am satisfied, very satisfied with the results. It's just unfortunate that we really had to go this route because we never had to. And I keep saying, stop the shenanigans and let's go to the polls. Let's go and vote.
Ricketts says within 14 days, the Federation will be calling an emergency meeting to reschedule the elections.
We have 14 days for an emergency meeting, and we just look at a date that is feasible, but we really want to do it as quickly as possible. Well, we do have 14 days to call an emergency meeting, emergency congress. Right. So we'll meet with our key stakeholders and look at a date that's reasonable and workable.
And Ricketts, who was speaking to Nationwide Sports a short time ago, says they've been open with CONCACAF and FIFA all along.
And we have had discussions with CONCACAF, we have had discussions with FIFA, and what they have said is that once the process would have fallen within the Constitution, then there's nothing to worry about. We followed the constitutional process. It is legal, legitimate. We have nothing to fear.
Michael Ricketts, president of the Jamaica Football Federation. The Jamaica Scorpions are battling to avoid early defeat against the Windward Islands Volcanoes at sports time on day 3 of the regional encounter at Sabina Park. At lunch, the Scorpions were 131 for 6. They're still 51 runs behind with Gordon Bryan not out on 30. The Jamaicans resumed this morning on 74 for 4, and they lost the West Indies player Nkrumah Bonner for 65 and Abijay Mansingh for 4. Over at Shedwin Park, the CCC team, that's a combined campuses and colleges, they reached 111 for 5. They were replying to 344 for 8 declared, made by Barbados Pride. At Warner Park in St. Kitts and Nevis, the Leeward Islands Hurricanes reached 14 for 1, batting a second time against the West Indies Academy. The Academy players gained a 40-run lead after they were dismissed for 177, and this in response to the Hurricanes' first innings total of 137. Jeremiah Louis took 5 for 29, and Xavier Spence 3, Joshua Bishop 48 and Mbeke Joseph 42 were the leading scorers for the Academy. While over at Connery, the start of play has been delayed again due to rain, with Trinidad and Tobago Red Force set to resume on 2:15 for 4 against champions, the Guyana Harpy Eagles. Jason Mohammed is still there, 100 not out. All of yesterday's second day in both games in St. Kitts were washed out. Opener David Warner hit a half-century to guide Australia to an 11-run win over the West Indies in the first T20 International at the Bellerive Oval in Hobart today, chasing 214 to win the Windies, who were ahead of the scoring rate for much of the game, eventually made 202 for 8 in their 20 overs. Brandon King, the Jamaican top, scored with 53 of 37 deliveries. Johnson Charles made 42, and they put together 89 for the first wicket, and it came inside 8 overs. Former captain Jason Holder was not out 34. Adam Zampa took 3 for 26 and Marcus Toynis back 2 for 20. Earlier, the host team made 213 for 7. They were sent into bat by the West Indies captain Rovman Powell. Warner's 70 came off 36, and he smashed 12 fours, and at 6 he got support from Josh Inglis 39, Matthew Wade 21, and Tim David 37. Coach of Wolmer's girls track and field team Mikey Carr and sports analyst Leighton Levy have both agreed that sprinter Shelley and Fraser Price will be missed when she finally put away her spikes after the Paris Olympic Games. Fraser Price announced that she will be retiring from the sport after the 2024 Summer Games. The 37-year-old says she owes it to her family to bring the curtain down on her illustrious career, which spanned 15 years. Fraser Price became the first Jamaican woman to win Olympic 100 meters gold in 2008 in the Chinese capital Beijing, and defended that title 4 years later in London. She, however, had to settle for bronze, going for an unprecedented third straight when she lost out to Elaine Thompson-Herah in Rio in Brazil in 2016. The Pocket Rocket also won 5 World 100 meters title and 200 meters gold in the Russian capital Moscow in 2013, and she's arguably the greatest female sprinter of all times. If she makes the Jamaica team to Paris, Fraser Price would be attending her 5th Olympic Games, and Carr, who guided Fraser Price's early career at Wolmer's, says she's already cemented her legacy.
Definitely, I think she has served the sport well, served it in such a way that she's now considered by many the GOAT of female sprinting, and she has done her part. She has brought joy to many, locally and internationally, and knowing her, if she believes now is the time, then now is the time. She has been for a long time, I would say. She has outlasted many sprinters, so she has done her part in development of the sports, in motivating the younger generation and a lot of persons.
Michael Carr, says he'd love to see her close out her career with a podium finish in the French capital.
The best way to go is getting on the podium, whatever position, but just to get on the podium and to give the world that opportunity of seeing that smile on the podium for the last time. I think that's the best way for her to go.
Michael Carr, Levy says Fraser Price has done it all. In fact, she was talking to Essence.com yesterday when she made the revelation about retiring and says taking the track and field world by storm. In fact, it's the biggest talk in track and field at the minute. And Michael Carr, a proud coach at Woolmer's, is also a resident track and field analyst here at Nationwide 90 FM. And we're going to be hearing from Leighton Levy a little later on when we come back. In fact, later in the afternoon in our next sportscast. Let's continue, yeah? The Issa Boys and Girls, the Issa Boys National Basketball Junior and Senior Playoffs will continue at 3 venues today. Manchester High, Campion and St. Catherine. Manchester High will play host to St. George's College and Woolmer's in the junior and senior categories respectively. And with the under-16 games set to start at 12:30. Meanwhile, Campion College welcome Knox in their under-16 game in another under-16 contest in Catherine High are at home to Glenmuir. Meanwhile, in yesterday's results, Calabar, Rabaluck, they beat Belair 62-31 in junior action. In the senior competition, Jamaica College tops St. James High 64-41 and Kingston College, the firm Purples defeated the school they call Compre out of Montego Bay, Herbert Morrison 69-64. And finally in sports at this time, the Los Angeles Lakers have unveiled a statue in tribute to the NBA legend Kobe Bryant, the Black Mamba. Five-time NBA champ Bryant died age 41 in a helicopter crash alongside his 13-year-old daughter Gianna and 7 others in 2020. His bronze statue, standing at 19 feet and weighing 4,000 pounds, is situated outside the Lakers' home, the Crypto.com Arena. When he played there, it was called the Staples Center. It shows Bryant, who played for the Lakers in his entire career in his famous number 8 jersey. Former Lakers center Kareem Abdul-Jabbar were among the legends that participated in the unveiling.
This statue may look like Kobe, but really, it's what excellence looks like, what discipline looks like, what commitment looks like, what love of family looks like.
That's Kareem for you, man. Other Lakers legends who attended the ceremony include Irvin Johnson, Jerry West, and Derek Fisher. Former head coach Phil Jackson and Bryant's widow Vanessa were also in attendance. Vanessa ended her tribute with one of Kobe's quotes.
I'm really grateful for everyone that helped make this special day happen. I'll leave you with one of my husband's amazing quotes. Leave the game better than you found it. And when it comes time for you to leave a legend. And that he did.
Yeah, that's VB boy, Vanessa Bryant. The statue is the first of 3 that will honor Bryant, with another set to feature him in his number 24 jersey, while the third will depict Bryant and Gianna. After Thursday's unveiling, the Lakers wore their Black Mamba jersey, which were co-designed by Bryant himself and first worn in 2018 during their 114-106 defeat by Denver. Elsewhere, Steph Curry got 42 points. He was lights out last night. 3-pointers for days. His G-State Warriors beat Indiana 131-109. Curry landed 11 of 16 three-point shots, setting a new NBA record of 13 career games with 11 or more baskets from beyond the arc. Now, the Minnesota Timberwolves defeated Milwaukee 129-105. Detroit needed overtime to beat Portland 128-122. Luka Doncic, he was at it again last night. 39 points. Dallas, they held off a late charge from New York before winning 122-108. And they were victors for Orlando, Cleveland, Chicago, and Phoenix. That's sports. We're going to be back with more at 5:25 this afternoon. Until then, I'm Wayne Walker. Enjoy the rest of the afternoon.
love, care for, and protect our women and girls.
We are your family. We are your friends. Don't hurt us.
End violence against women and girls.
The time brought to you by the Office of the Prime Minister is...
Yeah, it's now 12:30.
Catch the E-Zone with me, the Stinger Honeybee, alongside
Kareem Boy,
as we turn up the heat in the street.
New show.
New vibes.
Same us.
Same us.
Monday to Friday, 3 to 5 p.m.
Right here on Nationwide 90 FM.
We'll bring you entertainment news.
We'll take away your Monday blues.
You don't want to miss a week with us.
We'll talk health.
Well,
jump into the mix.
Or the hot seat.
Don't miss the brain buster.
Or the crazy giveaways.
I mean, is this planet Earth?
Is it?
I don't know. Let me check. Either way, it's got a buzz.
And a bugger too.
Ow.
To recap our top stories making the world at noon, more than 60% of Jamaicans have a negative view of the performance of the JCF. That's according to the latest nationwide Blue Dot polls powered by Total Tools. A JLP supporter lost a portion of her left leg in a motor vehicle crash near the Yallas Primary School in St. Thomas on nomination day. I'm Robeanne Williams. You can find the news on our website at nationwideradiojm.com and on the Nationwide app, available on Google Play and the App Store. Major news next at 5. Good afternoon.
This one is very classic, dedicated to all the schoolers who are taking beats.
If you've ever struggled to pass an exam, then you'll know that students today are under great pressure to get good grades and secure qualification needed to move on to higher education. The problem is that too many students are struggling alone and could really benefit from connecting with hardworking teachers and other bright students in other parts of the country and the region. Join me, Dennis Brooks, this and every Friday evening from 8 to 9, with a repeat on Saturday morning from 8 to 9. For the A-Team, a study group on radio, my team of teachers, students, and experts will break down the syllabus, giving you information, tips, and past paper questions that will help you get top grades in your upcoming exams. Follow us on Facebook Live and on Twitter and be a part of the community. It's the A-Team. Fridays at 8 p.m. with a repeat at 8 o'clock on Saturday morning. It's your free extra class on radio and social media. And it's right here on Nationwide 90 FM, the revolution in media.
Hi there. Here's some good news for these trying times. Quote, "By God's word, I can see where I'm going. They throw a beam of light on my dark path." Unquote. Psalm 119, verse 105. Listen for God's word weekdays at 5:45 a.m. and 12:55 p.m. through
Oasis. Stop by for a refreshing drink and share a God perspective for the day.
Oasis, weekdays 5:45 a.m. and 12:55 p.m. right here on Nationwide, a revolution in media.
The rebroadcast of the Oasis can be heard weekdays at 5:45 a.m.
The Oasis is brought to you by Solar Tech Jamaica. We use the gift of the sun to power our world.
Lord, me can go get ready for go vote here now. Me can't believe it's 7 years now since local government election no keep. I wonder if Maureen she ready. Maureen! Maureen, oi! Come now, man. We want to go catch you on a polling station before the line get long, you know.
We not tapping eyes. You come on me here before morning with the politics. Me not vote no local government election. It don't make no sense. And the council them can't 7 or 11.
No, Maureen, don't do it. Local government election important. Are them responsible for repair the road them, you know? Clean the drain them and the gully them, Maureen. Take care of market where you go every Saturday. Are them responsible for provide the poor relief, Maureen? So whether you're PMP or JLP or any other P, Your vote important.
But what you say? You know that me vote for the MP for 2020. Me can't bother with the bag of election, you know.
No, Maureen. MP got parliament go pass law for the country. And the council of them got the municipal corporation go represent with specific community. Yeah.
Let me go for my voter's idea. This a local government that can't miss me.
Local government elections provide an opportunity for citizens to determine who will represent them at the municipal level. These elections are important. It's everybody's business. Get involved, make a plan, choose the best path forward for your community. Vote in the upcoming local government elections.
Cliff Hughes Online. Talk radio for all Jamaicans.
My hands were steady. My eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose. My steps were quick and light. And I held firm to what I felt was right, like a rock. Like a rock. I was strong as I could be, like a rock. Nothing ever got to me, like a rock. I was something to see, like a rock.
Good afternoon, good afternoon. Thank you so much for staying with us here on Cliff Hughes Online. We're coming to you from the Salvation Army School for the Blind, where it's all about what Digicel Foundation is doing in celebration of the company's 22nd anniversary in Jamaica. They are providing Braille machines to the Salvation Army School, and we have with us the CEO of the Digicel Foundation, Charmaine Daniels. Good afternoon, Ms. Daniels.
Good afternoon, sir. Thank you for having me.
Tell us the extent of what you're doing here today.
Okay, so last year was our 22nd anniversary of Digicel Jamaica. So it was the birthday. We decided to gift the Salvation Army 3 Braille machines as part of Digicel's birthday celebrations. When we came, we fell in love with the students, the teachers, the administrators, and when we delved a little deeper, we realized that they only had 26 working Braille machines at the time, but they had 130 students. And in the principal's acceptance speech of the 3 machines, he said a Braille machine to a blind child is like a pen or pencil to a sighted child. And so that got our brains ticking. How are they learning if they don't have the tools with which to learn? And so we decided to embark on a campaign to see if we could get some Braille machines to the school. But we knew it was outside of our budget because clearly we hadn't planned for this. And so we decided to partner with Dr. Terry Carell Reid, and just see, could we go to corporate Jamaica in general, and see if we could get these Braille machines in. And so today what you're seeing is the handing over of 100 plus Braille machines to the school because Jamaica came out big and strong in support of our blind and visually impaired. Yes, and we just want to say a big thank you to
This is going to make a huge difference.
It will, and let me tell you something, Cliff. These kids are the brightest that I have seen. You know, they challenge me to be a better person because you heard them playing.
Yes.
They're singing. And they have so much that they have to fight against, but they do it with such joy and such dignity. And I'm so excited for their future.
So they have moved from
26 working
to now brand new.
Yes.
100 plus?
Yes, 100 plus. Because up to yesterday, we were still getting companies wanting to come on board.
How much does it cost for a Braille machine?
A Braille machine, it costs $800 US because you have to buy them in the US or the UK. And then by the time you ship to bring it in, you're looking at $1,000. And so one machine is roughly $1,000 US dollars. Yes. And not only did you have companies, but you had individuals who said, boy, I don't have it, but let me talk to my community and see if we can grab some money together. And they came in and donated as well.
Very well, very well.
Yes.
So you're going to do the follow-up in terms of helping them to maintain and...
Yes, so one of the things we did, is not that I don't think the school started out with only 26 machines, but I think they break over time as the kids use them. And it's such a specialized area that we did not have enough people to repair these machines.
Yes.
So there's no point in me going to sponsors begging for machines that will break and die.
Yes.
So what we have decided to do is we're talking to Perkins University to see if we can get 3 persons from the school trained up in how to repair and maintain these machines.
Oh, from the School of Blind here?
Right, we are trying to
Ah.
get them from the School of Blind
That's
so that they
cool.
will have the institutional knowledge
Yes.
and then be able, as part of their regular maintenance,
Excellent.
to look after these machines.
Excellent.
Yes.
Big work done by Digicel.
God is good, and so we just thank the Jamaica for coming on board with us, because
Yes.
we wouldn't have been able to do it and to celebrate this fact without all of them coming
Very
on
well.
board.
Keep
and
it up.
thank you
Yes, ma'am.
for highlighting this and being here with us.
Good. So what's next on your plans for
Well,
Digicel?
let me tell you, look out, Digicel Foundation is 20 next year.
Mm-hmm.
So it's our 20th year, and we are looking forward to a very exciting year. And we're all about STEM education. And
Yes.
so what we're going to do, we have done 10 smart rooms already in our primary schools. And the focus next year is to do an additional 10 to raise that number to 20 so we can celebrate 20 years in Jamaica with bringing digital literacy to the primary level. So
Right.
putting in these smart labs in the primary schools so that the kids can learn programming from an early age, because by the time they get to high school, it's too late.
Yeah.
So that's the big goal. How will we take digital literacy and connectivity to the communities, especially rural Jamaica?
Yeah.
And we look forward to doing that. But stay tuned, because next year is our big year, so you'll be seeing and hearing a lot from us.
Your 20th anniversary?
It is Digicel Foundation's 20th anniversary.
Okay, good. Well, we're here to be your broadcast partners.
And thank you. Thank you
Good.
so much.
Thank you very much, Charmaine Daniels.
Thank you for having me.
CEO of Digicel Foundation.
Thank
Good. This is Cliff Hughes online. Let's go to the break and come back.
Clear and bright. My walk had purpose. My steps were quick and light. And I held firm to what I felt was right, like a rock. Like a rock. I was strong as I could be, like a rock. Nothing ever got to me, like a rock. I was something to see, like a rock. And I stood arrow straight, unencumbered by the weight of all these hustlers and their schemes. I stood proud, I stood tall, high above it all. I still believed in my dreams.
The Time is brought to you by the EU-UN Spotlight Initiative, ending violence against Jamaica's women and girls.
The time is
12:44.
Outperform, outlast. With top performance. Chakama. Reliable, full stop, not comma. We have the expertise for drilling and demolition. We have the power tools for plumbers and electrician. Fancy select tools, 3 parts and 3 repairs. 3 parts, 3 repairs. The 2 to 3 years. Hilton, available at Delta Supply, 106 Hagley Park Road. Call us at 876-302-61124. Delta Supply, we service what we sell.
Cliff Hughes Online. Talk radio for all Jamaicans.
My hands were steady. My eyes were clear.
Welcome back. And we are at the Salvation Army School for the Blind. It's all about providing the students here with braille machines. You would have been aware of what we just heard a while ago from Charmaine Daniels of the Digicel Foundation. The principal of the school said to them some time ago, a braille machine to a child here is like a pencil, like a pen to a sighted child. Yes, and that struck them. So we're now being joined by Dr. Terry Carell Reed.
Hi, Sir Cliff. How are you?
I'm fine.
Is it too late to say Happy New Year? Because it's the first time I'm seeing it in many years. Can I just squeeze in Happy New Year?
All right, Terry.
Thank you. I won't say it after this.
Terry.
Thank you.
Open Door Jamaica Foundation. Tell me a little bit about that.
So over the years, I have partnered with entities like Digicel Foundation, like Toyota Jamaica. I have gifted wheelchairs, and we've worked with members of the community, with members of the community with disabilities, and I just decided to formalize it. I have a voice, I have a platform. It is something that matters a lot to me. I try to be as inclusive as possible. It's something that I share with my community. It's something that I talk to my daughter about, and so it just made sense for me to formalize it, to do my part in trying to transform and to create a Jamaica that I think should be and needs to be more inclusive.
So the effort now to provide, to source and to provide the Braille machines to the Salvation Army School, how was that born? How was it in sourcing the machines?
I really have to give my props to Charmaine Daniels, her amazing team at Digicel Foundation, because this is not new to them. They have constantly provided in the space for persons with disabilities, from wheelchairs and now braille machines. And so when Charmaine called me in, she said, Terry Carell, I know what you have done. I know what you have been doing, online, offline. You're always championing the rights for persons who have disabilities. She says, I think we have an initiative that you would buy into. And when she told me what her target was, 50 braille, and I said, no, by the time I get to my community and I share what this cause is, why we need to get involved, why this is not a corporate thing or necessarily a government thing, but this is an everyone thing, then it just went viral. And we surpassed the 50.
How many were you able to
we actually turned over 100 braille machines and an embosser. So the last time we did a tour here, one of the teachers was saying we need the braille machines, but we need the embosser because the embosser allows us to photocopy, in other words. So test papers, how do we take one piece of paper that has the braille and how do we create 35, 60 copies? It's more expensive, and of course it's rare, it's hard to get. And so Charmaine surprised me actually today when she mentioned it, that not only were we able to give 100 braille machines, 50% more than we had originally intended, we now have embossers, so now teachers can distribute papers in the fashion that they need it.
That's going to make the learning and teaching experience far more enriched.
Oh, absolutely. But what I wish Jamaicans, even society, this is, and we need to understand, it's not even just about the tools, it's how do we change as a society. Culturally, socially, we call deaf people dumb. Come on, let's stop it. We label people and we limit how we view them. And if you come down to the Salvation Army and you sit in any of these classes, these children will out-talk you, outsmart you, outwit you. Their confidence is out of the world, and it's like, how can we make everybody else see this? So that after they pass through high school and they now need to be integrated into college, university, and the workplace, what does that look like? Are we hiring them intentionally? Are we building buildings and infrastructure that caters for our persons with disabilities, our aged population? Because we believe that we're only speaking about those of us who are born with disabilities, when many of us are just one accident away from.
Exactly.
You understand? My grandmother is 93 years old and her sight is going, her hearing is going, and she uses a wheelchair. So that could be me or anyone else. So are we creating a society that is not just modern, but that is truly inclusive? That is the question, and that's the challenge.
Well, it's been a revelation for me coming here this morning and just seeing the kids,
they're beautiful,
interacting with them. It was a new world for me. It is,
and it's a beautiful world. And I have often said, if we can clone or create more of these ecosystems, it's the perfect world. And I said, if I had known, my daughter could have come here and she could have enrolled here, because we do have students who are sighted. And they're amazing because they learn how to do Braille. They become a part of the community that helps those who are visually impaired and blind. And they get a good and a great quality education.
That's what we learned.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
And then, Terry, have you seen how they keep this place clean?
Listen, not only do they keep it clean, what I was really impressed by is the colors, the paints, the murals.
Yes.
And I said, I'm so happy that people did not say, well, them not see it anyway. Because a lot of the time our excellence is conditional, right? It is it's predicated on other things. And like many people, if they had the opportunity, they probably would have said, well, we don't have to be so pretty with the colors on the wall. The place doesn't have to be as manicured as it is because them not see it anyway.
Yes.
But you come into the space and you see the excellence in every single corner. And you are reminded that people with disabilities have dignity and they should be treated as such.
Yeah, good. So what's next for the Open Door Foundation?
After I come off of this high that I'm on, and Digicel Foundation just surprised me on the stage with $500,000 that they're sewing into my foundation, which was a surprise. But now you will see me do even more work to collaborate with other entities and organizations that try to strengthen the communities with people with disabilities.
Well, keep up the work. Congratulations.
Thank you, Cliff. I appreciate it. And thank to everyone, every individual, entity, corporate body who on and decided that they would be a part of the solution to the problem we had.
This is about transforming lives.
It is.
And realizing the potential of every one of these kids.
Thank you.
Good.
And I just want to tell your listeners, if you really want effective advertising, I suggest you actually invest in Nationwide News, because everywhere I went, people told me, congratulations, they heard about the handover that is taking place today because of the ads that were running. So I just want to say, thank you very much for the role that your entity played in making Jamaica know that this was happening and the importance of it.
We like to exceed expectations.
You did, sir. You did. Congratulations. Have a great weekend, guys. Take care.
Dr. Terry Carell-Reid of the Open Door Jamaica Foundation. Well, that's where we're going to leave it for today on Cliff Hughes Online. I want to say thanks to the people here at the Jamaica Salvation Army School for the Blind, to the principal and his team, of course, to the Digicel Foundation, the Open Door Jamaica Foundation, the eLearning Jamaica. They all made it possible. Thank you so much. On behalf of my producer, Nora Gay Banton, our broadcast engineer, Jermaine Compass, and his assistant, Sheldon Richards, and our videographer, Jamal Tucker. That's where we're going to leave it. We're going to make way now for Oasis with Loy Gale. And then it will be the entertainment block. Have yourselves a great afternoon.
You've just heard Cliff Hughes Online on Nationwide 90 FM. Join Cliff Monday to Thursdays between 10 a.m. and 1 p.m. for Cliff Hughes Online.
Like a rock, my hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose, my steps were quick and light, and I held firm to what I felt was right, like a rock. Like a rock, I was strong as I could be, like a rock. Nothing ever got to me, like a rock. I was something to see, like a rock. And I stood arrow straight, unencumbered by the weight of all these hustlers and their schemes. I stood proud, I stood tall,